and the colors have officially departed. So with that, the Barons are on the field. We're about ready to go with this ball game. Josh Carey joined alongside Chris Harris, and back in Mission Command running the boards is Jeff Scarborough this evening. Here's the starting lineup for Rocket City. The Trash Pandas coming in at 19-18 on the season, only 3 games back of first place in the Southern League North. It'll be Kyron Paris to lead things off. He will play short. Batting second is the center fielder, Rowdy Rodriguez, who's got 6 hits in this series, including a home run last night. In the 3 spot will be the catcher, Gus Campero. He's got 8 hits in the series. Batting cleanup will be the right fielder, Tucker Flint. Matthew Lugo hit 6. He's out in left. Nick Rodriguez will bat 7th and bat 6th and play second base. Cole Fontanelle hit 7th. He'll be the designated hitter. Harold Cole will be in the 8th spot at third base. Errol Vera will hit 9th, and he's at first. The defense for the Barons, left to right, it's Burke, Zavala, and Veras. Third to first, Weber, Shelton, Perez, and DePino. Behind the plate, Harris. And on the hill, first time Rocket City will get a look at Dylan Cumming this season. He's 0-1 with a 5.40 ERA. Cumming enters the ball game at 27 years of age. He's only pitched twice this season, both times against Knoxville, and those games came last week. He's a former San Francisco Giants farmhand. The umpires for tonight's game, behind the plate calling the balls and strikes, is Drew Bofelli. He's also the crew chief. At first is Patrick Fairbear. Keep in mind he's a replacement umpire. Kaz Cousins is over at third base. The throw goes down to second. Rocket City, gray tops, gray bottoms, black stitching across the front of the jersey. It says Rocket City in bold print lettering with red trim, small red numeral on the left hip with black trim, large red numeral on the back of the uniform with black trim, and a all-black cap with sprockets shooting through the trash can in the middle. As for the Barons, they're in their military fatigues, camouflage tops with white bottoms. It says Barons in black cursive lettering across the front with white trim, large black numeral on the back with white trim, and the camouflage cap with the white Gothic letter B in the middle with black trim. So standing in is Paris to lead things off, 234, no homers, and 7 driven in. Kyron, 2 of 13 for the series, as Cumming will look in. His wind and the first pitch of the ball game is a fastball cut through and miss. It's 0-1, and first pitch is at 6:34, 79 degrees here at first pitch. Another lovely night for baseball, although a little more humid than it's been all week long. The right-handed hitter waits, the 0-1. And there's a strike. Looked like a slider that time. Actually, they're going to call it a sinker at 91. And it will go to no balls and 2 strikes. Kyron does have a double. Cumming last pitched on the 10th at Knoxville, as the pitch is way outside a slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He was great, though. 6 shutout innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts, a couple of walks as well. He's a 5-pitch pitcher, as he'll look in. The 1-2. Breaking pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a curveball away. Coming up empty is Paris. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Cumming, out number 1 in the first inning. And here's Rowdy Rodriguez, 275, 4 homers, and 24 driven in. For Cumming, 4-seam fastball, sweeper, sinker, changeup, and curve. The thing you hear most about him, he's not an overpowering pitcher. I know he just struck out Paris, but he's not going to blow the fastball by you. But his stuff really moves well. As the first offering, there's a curveball. There's a strike to Rodriguez, 0-1. And Rocket City seeing him for the first time. You know that first time through the order, it's going to be a little shaky. As the right-hander rocks back, here's the 0-1. And it's a swing and a foul straight back, another curveball. Going to go to 0-2 on Rowdy. His first performance, Cumming, came back on the 5th, again at Knoxville. He was roughed up in that game. 4 innings, 5 hits, 7 runs, 6 of those earned. He also walked 3 and struck out only 1, took the loss 10-4. Rodriguez taking a moment here. Rowdy steps out of the box and kind of does a little trunk turn.
Yeah, I think he's trying to throw his rhythm off a little bit, let the pitch clock get down below 7 or 8 and regroup.
Here's the 0-2. Swung on, ripped into left field, sinking. That's going to get down for a hit. Over to cut it off is Burke. Stopping at first will be Rodriguez, and maybe he did throw him off. He was able to wait back on that pitch. That was a high sinker, and he roped it into left.
It was right, maybe slightly above the zone, but so he got those hands extended and ropes it into left field for a base hit. He's now hit in 16 of 19 and reached now in 27 of his last 28 games.
Here's Gustavo Campero, 277, 4 home runs, and 15 RBI. Again, 8 of 18 for the series. Right on left side, step delivery, and the pitch misses away. It will go to 1-0. This guy Cumming, he's out of Grand Blanc, Michigan, signed as a free agent with the White Sox in June of last year. Pitched at Liberty, the Jerry Falwell School of Notoriety. Next offering, that fastball misses high and away, and it goes to 2 balls and no strikes. By the way, the scoreboard has gone down here, the video board as well, here at Regions Field, so we've got the PA announcer giving the count. 2-0 on the left-handed hitter. Off the line at third is Weber. Shaded up the middle is Shelton, as the pitch is a strike, a fastball, 2-1. Last season at earlier this year at Winston-Salem, Cumming did not perform that well. 2-1, but an ERA near 6. In 22 innings, he allowed 24 hits and 16 runs. Next offering, it's a strike, delayed steal, throw to second, will be late. A one-hop throw, unable to corral it, was Shelton, and in with a head-first dive is Rowdy Rodriguez, already his 16th stolen base of the year, and he does that in 19 opportunities.
He had 38 last year in low A, Inland Empire, and he's on pace right now to beat that. Of course, the team record is 44 that was set by Kyron Paris a few seasons ago.
Right on left as the count is now 2-2 on Campero. Rowdy leads away at second, again up the middle of Shelton. A lot of room to the left side if Campero can go that way. The right-hander, sidestep delivery, and the curve is swung and tipped foul at home plate. He just nicked it to stay alive. That pitch was actually off the plate, and one thing I've noticed about this curveball in the early going by Cumming, a lot of times it's missing the zone, but Rocket City very aggressive against it, as it will remain at 2-2. They play him straight away in the outfield. Guarding the line at first is DePino. Deep in the hole at second, Perez. Next offering, swung and hit foul at home plate again. Another curveball. It will stay at 2-2. Now, I mentioned Rocket City, they haven't seen this guy before. I might need to backtrack on that a little bit. Last year, or actually 2 years ago, he was in the Giants system, and he pitched at their high A affiliate. I believe that's in Hillsboro, which is where the same league that Tri-City, the high A for the Angels, is in. Next offering, swung on, chopped foul over by the first base dugout where the Barons are. It will stay at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So maybe some guys have seen him, but if they haven't, certainly isn't too many times over. He was actually named the Northwest League Pitcher of the Week in April of 2024. So the count remains 2-2 on Gustavo. The set again by Cumming. Next offering, missing high. That's a fastball that missed high and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wind is drifting in, but very gently at this hour as the lights are slowly coming on here at Regions Field. They play him straight away in the outfield as Cumming will go back to work. Payoff pitch. Swung, bounced softly to the mound to his left hand, bobbling it, but regaining it and underhanding it to first is Cumming. That'll be out number 2. Going second to third is Rodriguez. He went to his left. It was going to be an easy play, but he wound up bobbling the ball. He kind of kicked it up in the air, but able to come down with it again was Cumming before he underhanded it to DePino for the second out. So 2 outs, runner at third base, and a chance here for Rocket City to get on the board early. Tucker Flint will stand in, 222, 1 home run, and 19 RBI. Open stance for him. And the first pitch. Curveball. That one is low, and it's 1-0. Flint, after a very hot start to this series, has cooled off. He's only 2 of 10. Remember, he had 2 hits. Both of those hits actually came in Tuesday's win. Here's the 1-0. Swung on, chopped to first. That is a foul ball. As over to field at DePino. Going to even at a ball and a strike. 1 more game left in this series. That'll be tomorrow. 1:50 will be the airtime. 2:05 will be the first pitch. Jose Gonzalez for Rocket City against Jake Polish of the Barons. The 1-1 curveball. There's a strike. Now it's at 1-2 and a chance for Cumming to end the inning. Rodriguez leading away at third. Off the line at third is Weber. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Fastball missing high, 2-2. And one thing you notice about Cumming, with a runner at third and no one else on base, he's willing to go straight from the windup. He's much more effective from that than from the sidestep. He looks in. The 2-2. Curveball swung and launched into deep left, going back Burke at the track near the wall. It's off the top of the wall, and are they calling it a home run? Yes, they are. That'll be a home run for Tucker Flint. It continued to carry to left field, and it hit the very top of the wall. They're going to say it actually hit that railing above the yellow line. That is out of play. That is a home run for Tucker, who continues to pelt the Birmingham Barons. That'll be his second home run of the year, RBI 20 and 21, and it's now a 2-0 ball game, and that's his 13th home run against the Barons, and RBI 51 and 52 in his career. So Flint goes oppo. I won't say he got all of it because he didn't, but he got just enough as the pitches hit foul at home plate. It's 0-1 by Matthew Lugo. Lugo 248 with a homer and 17 driven in. And again, that's the short porch. That's only 320 down the left field line. Right on right. Here's the 0-1. And there's an off-speed pitch, a changeup that time that missed down and in. Going to go to 1-1 on Lugo. I had to check myself for a second there after that ball left the yard. Here's the 1-1. And the breaking ball misses high. That's a curveball, 2 balls and a strike. I didn't realize for Tucker that's only his second home run of the year. But again, this is not a team that hits a ton of home runs in Rocket City, only their 23rd of the season. Next offering is a fastball hit foul at home plate. It will go to 2-2, and once again, a chance for Cumming to end the inning.
Wow. So
Flint goes oppo. What did you see on the replay?
Yeah, hit that rail right above the yellow line. No really issue there. It was clearly over that yellow line.
Here's the 2-2 to Lugo. Big curveball. That'll miss low. And it goes full to 3 balls and 2 strikes as Cumming really struggling to end this inning. Lugo 2 of 11 for the series. The right-handed bat will stand in as the wind dies down. Payoff pitch. Here it is. And that misses inside with a curveball. So a full count walk to Lugo. He will trot to first. Walk number 1 by Cumming, and the inning continues. 1 on with 2 out. Here is Nick Rodriguez, 248 with a homer and 18 driven in. Fans at AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. Find out more at afix.com. John Kovalik, the Barons pitching coach, who we've seen several times in this series. He makes his way out there, and he'll talk to the entire infield as Rocket City with a runner at first, 2 away in the top of the first inning, and they've already put 2 on the board, just as they did last night. Now Kovalik will head back to the dugout.
27 pitches so far for Cumming here in this first inning, and it started out on a very positive note. He looked fantastic in that first at-bat against Kyron Paris. Great at-bat by Rowdy, and that kind of changed things.
Here's Rodriguez, and he takes the first pitch away, a changeup. That one was actually close. It may have grazed the black, but it will go to 1-0. Nick again at 248 on the year. In game 1 against Knoxville, coming through 78 pitches. In the second contest, it was 72. Next offering is swung and looped out into deep center, starting in, now going back Zavala to make the catch. He did it while backtracking. That's always a little dangerous, but he was able to reel in the line drive by Rodriguez. He lines out to center, and Rocket City will settle for 2 runs, both earned on 2 hits. The big blow, the 2-run homer by Tucker Flint. No errors in the inning, 1 man left on base. At the end of half an inning, it is Rocket City 2 and Birmingham coming to bat. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the first inning, Rocket City with 2 in the top half, and now the Barons head to the plate with a record of 15-22. Samuel Zavala will lead things off. He's the center fielder, 237, 5 home runs, and 16 driven in. The first pitch by Joel Hurtado is hit foul at home plate, a fastball. It's 0-1, and Zavala hit that right off of his front foot, his right foot, and they'll give him a moment to recover. Colby Shelton will bat second. He's at short this evening for the first time in this series. Alec Makarevich will bat third. He'll be the designated hitter. He's got 2 home runs in this series. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Anthony DePino. Andy Weber will hit fifth and play third. Haral Perez back in the lineup. He'll bat sixth and play second. Standing back in, Zavala, next offering. And the pitch misses high, a slider. Going to go 2-1-1. Again, Zavala, 237, 5 homers, 16 driven in. Jacob Burke will hit seventh and play left. Calvin Harris coming off that grand slam last night. He'll bat eighth and do the catching. Wilfred Veras hits ninth. He is in right. The look in, the 1-1 by Hurtado is swung and hit foul to the screen. And the count quickly at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hurtado 2-1, a 3.99 ERA coming off just a wonderful outing last Sunday against Pensacola. He went 6 hitless innings, did allow a run, but struck out 9 as well, all part of a 2-1 win. Here's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A changeup down and away. He got Zavala to fish. That is out number 1 as Hurtado gets his first K of the game. Quickly, the defense for Rocket City. Left to right, Lugo, Rowdy Rodriguez, and Flint. Third to first, Cole, Paris, Nick Rodriguez, and Vera. Behind the plate, Campero. And again on the hill is Joel Hurtado. By the way, I said he struck out 9. He actually struck out 5. My apologies. Right on left as Shelton stands in, an even 200 with a homer and an RBI as the fastball is high and away, 1-0.
You can argue Joel has some of the best stuff, if not the best stuff, in the organization. Of course, everything goes down, tries to produce as many ground balls as possible.
Here's the 1-0 on the way. Fastball, looping line drive, caught by the second baseman, Nick Rodriguez. Didn't catch that one flush. It looked like he got jammed a little bit, Shelton, and he flared it to Rodriguez, who ranged to his left and caught the ball on the cut of the grass for out number 2.
Talked about his stuff and mentioned the changeup. That's what he got the strikeout in on Zavala. Throws it like a splitter. Throws it like a splitter grip. And, of course, has that great slider. Call that gyro slider that kind of frisbees in there, especially to left-handed hitters.
Here's Makarevich, and Alec Makarevich will take a fastball for a strike on the inside corner. 0-1 to the designated hitter, 223, 7 home runs, 17 driven in. Keep in mind, 3 of those 7 home runs have come against Rocket City. Right against left, open stance for Makarevich. Well off the line at third is Cole. Here's the 0-1. And it looked like a changeup that missed low. Going to even at a ball and a strike. Again, ranked as the number 22 prospect in the Angels organization, according to MLB Pipeline. Number 23, according to Baseball America, is Hurtado. The 1-1, here it is. Fastball in on his hands, popped up, foul territory. Running back is the catcher, Campero. It lands foul about 3 rows behind the third base dugout. And the count at 1-2 as Hurtado will look to wrap up the first inning.
Not a guy who's going to strike out a ton of batters. Last year, he had a great year, 3.03 ERA, 7-7 record. Only 78 strikeouts in 116 innings, but you want a starting pitcher to just get you outs, and he can do that.
They'll try to wrap up the inning here as the 1-2. Swung, again, fought off to the left. Late swing by Makarevich. It will remain at a ball and 2 strikes, and not only did he put up good numbers, he did that for a, let's just face it, a very bad team. It's hard to put up those type of numbers when the ball is put in play as often as it happened against Hurtado last year with a shaky defense behind him. He'll try to wrap up the inning as he looks in, and now time called as Makarevich will step out. Alec already 2 home runs in this series, but he's also struck out 7 times. Now he digs back in. The right-hander Hurtado ready to go. Here's the windup and the 1-2. Called strike 3. Got the slider on the upper inside corner. Makarevich caught looking. Strikeout number 2 for Hurtado, and he gets the night off to a great start. A 1-2-3 bottom of the first. Hurtado strikes out 2 of the first 3 men he faces. We'll move to the second. 2-0 Rocket City with the lead. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the Northrop Grumman second inning. Trash Pandas out to a 2-0 lead over Birmingham. 2-up for Rocket City. The bottom third of the order, Fontenelle, Cole, and Vera against Dylan Cumming, who gave up 2 runs thanks to a 2-run homer by Tucker Flint in the first. The first pitch to Fontenelle is a check swing foul off to the left by Fontenelle. 0-1. Cole 160 with 2 RBI, but he does have 3 hits in 12 at-bats this series, including a single yesterday. Open stance for the left-handed hitter. Off the line at third is Weber. Swung around to the right is the second baseman Perez, as the next ball is chopped foul in front of the first base dugout where the Barons are. Count quickly at 0 balls and 2 strikes as Cumming works very quickly. Crowd has settled in nicely on this Saturday. I think it'll be a little down from last night, which is part of the issue with the downtown stadium. Next offering is down and away 1-2. I mean, people work here. Why would they want to come back here on the weekend? 1-2 on Fontenelle, rather, as the next pitch bounced foul up the first baseline. And Darren Brown, resident smart aleck of the Rocket City coaching staff, makes the play.
Well, one thing, when it gets to summertime, they have a lot of street festivals and different things like that in and around downtown, but really wasn't a lot going on today downtown.
Here's the 1-2, a swing and a miss. Big curveball down and in, and fooled badly was Fontenelle. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Cumming, out number 1 in the Northrop Grumman second inning. For Harold Cole, 196, 2 homers, 23 driven in. He's not gotten as much playing time this series as Cole. This is only his 3rd ball game. He's 1 of 6 so far. By the way, we need to talk to Joe Krusel about something.
Uh-oh.
Right on right. First pitch, a fastball, strike. It's 0-1. I think I'm fine with both Fontenelle and Cole playing, but we got to separate them in the lineup because
Cole and Cole?
Yeah, 0-1, fastball. Missing high, it's ball and a strike. When I say Fontenelle and then Cole, well, Fontenelle's first name is Cole. Harold's last name is Cole. So it's confusing, Chris. I can't do it.
I'll let you take that up with him.
There's a curveball in for a strike. It's 1-2, and of course the world is all about me.
He wasn't as cantankerous today as he was yesterday. He was full of himself yesterday.
The 1-2 is swung on a miss. A curveball well outside. Cole strikes out swinging as he goes down on 4 pitches. Strikeout number 2 for Cumming. 2 away in the Northrop Grumman second inning. Here's Errol Vera. Actually, we've started a new game on the bus. Last night we started debating if God came down from heaven.
You're going to bring this up?
Yeah.
Man, this is...
And if he said 50 states are too many.
Oh, man.
Fastballs inside 1-0.
I don't agree with this conversation.
If he came down from him and said, hey, America, you got to get rid of 5 states, which 5 would it be? Top of the list is Ohio. Here's the 1-0. And the next pitch is a sinker on the upper outside corner to Vera. It's 1-1 Errol. No batting average, no homers, and 1 RBI. Still looking for his first hit of the season. And he waves at the next pitch. A changeup. It will go to 1-2. That got Joe going.
I would imagine for most people it would depend on their political leanings. I would imagine if you're very conservative, you might say California. If you're not, you might say, one of the southern states.
The 1-2 is a breaking pitch hit foul back. It's a joke. Curveball that time. Saying a 1-2, actually we said Ohio just because Joe's from Ohio and we like to get on his nerves every now and then.
He was wanting some music yesterday. He was asking anybody had 50 cents for the jukebox.
I fell for that too.
You did?
That's the 1-2 misses outside. A curveball. I thought he wanted to go with the vending machine or something.
The vending machine?
My
thing is, I was going to say, wasn't back in your day like a nickel to get a song on the jukebox?
Here's the 2-2. Fastball high. It goes to the backstop. Airmailing at that time is coming. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, if it was a nickel for Joe, it would have been a penny.
Thing is, you actually did have 50 cents in your pocket. I don't know who carries change anymore.
Well, I do have cash because that's how we get our per diem when we go on the road, and I use it. 3-2 on Vera. Then I go to the grocery store and do the coin exchange. Next pitch, just low. That one was close. It was low. A changeup. Full count walk to Vera. He'll trot to first with 2 away. Back to the top of the order. And Kyron Paris, that'll be walk number 2 by Cumming. By the way, you're only, 2 or 3 years younger than me?
Something like that.
Grandpa?
Yeah, you're the old guy.
Runner at first as Paris steps in. He struck out swinging his first time.
You're as old as you feel, Josh.
Well, then I feel like I'm 12.
I feel like I'm 70 some days, though.
Right on right, here's Kyron. First offering. Swung, bounced at third. Coming in, fielding on 2 hops. A short hop, throw to first in time by Weber. That was a do-or-die play, but he made it beautifully. Coming in and scooping it on that second bounce. 5-3 on the putout as Paris is retired and Rocket City is retired in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left. Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second on its way. 2-0 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Valley Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Valley Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the Northrop Grumman second inning. Rocket City leading it 2-0. Before we get to it, let's give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Right on right as Hurtado's first pitch is a fastball high and away. 1-0 to Anthony DePino. DePino, Weber, and Perez, the middle part of the order, due up for the Barons as they win in order in the first inning. Hurtado striking out 2 of the 3 men he faced. Hohel looks in on DePino, 267, a home run, and an RBI. 1-0. Swung on, bounced at third. Well, coming in on a short hop, making a beautiful backhand is Cole. He fires on to first in time for out number one. That was just like the play that ended the inning in the top of the second, made by Weber. But that time, Cole, instead of a forehand, did it on a backhand. His defense at times can be shaky, but he made a beautiful play that time. One gone in the second inning for Andy Weber, who's hitting fifth in the lineup, batting .248, 3 homers, and 14 RBI for the third baseman, as Hurtado has retired the first 4 men he has faced. Right on left, first pitch. Fastball roped right at the first baseman, Vera. That one hit on a line. That one was 95 off the bat, but right at Errol. And 2 quick outs in the Northrop Grumman second inning for Gerald Perez. 172, 2 homers, and 11 batted in. Fans, the mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. Right on right, as Perez waits. Hurtado, first pitch. And that's a fastball high and away. 1-0 on the right-handed hitter. So Hurtado only at 15 pitches, 1 out away from getting through the second inning. 2-0 Rocket City. Hurtado rocks back. Here's the 1-0. Fastball just missed. That one high and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Perez. Playing off the line at first is Vera. Shaded up the middle is Nick Rodriguez, the second baseman. Oh, hell. Rare's back. Here's the 2-0. Fastball in on his hands, foul back this way. Chris Harris dodges out of the way in fear as a young fan from Bessemer, Alabama, makes the play below.
That's 2 nights. I did not, by the way. It was off the glass. That's 2 nights in a row we've had a foul ball hit the glass up here.
Chris was shaking, folks, as the next pitch is sliced foul off to the right. Going to go to 2-2. It's okay. It's okay, Chris. Everything's going to be okay. It's just a foul ball.
Do I sound like I was scared?
Yeah. If you're scared, just say you're scared.
No. I want to catch one sometime. I've come close. In fact, I came close over at Hoover one time.
Hurtado looking to end the inning. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. Went slider. It was actually high, but he got the call, did Hurtado, thanks to home plate umpire Drew Buffelli. Rung up his Perez. Strikeout number 3 for Hurtado. And 1-2-3 go the Barons in the bottom of the Northrop Grumman second inning. We'll move to the third. Trash Pandas up 2-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Top of the third inning, Rocket City leading it 2-0. Fans, Defense Pest Solutions is a proud sponsor of Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Honest service you can trust to protect what matters most. That's Defense Pest Solutions. Due up for Rocket City, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Rowdy Rodriguez, Gustavo Campero, and Tucker Flint against Dylan Cumbing. And the first pitch is a little lob job up the middle. It deflects off the shortstop Shelton into shallow center field. Stopping at first will be Rodriguez with a leadoff single. It looked like he got it off the end of the bat. He flared it out to short, but Shelton held a range to his left to get to the ball. He tried to field it on a hop, but it hit off the webbing of his glove, trickled into center field. And for Rowdy Rodriguez, he's now 2 of 2. With 2 singles. He's also stolen a base and scored a run. So 1 on with no one out. Here's Gustavo, who bounced the mound his first time. Leading.
It was a heck of an effort, though.
It was by Shelton as the first pitch. Down and in. Did it hit him? Yeah, it did. That was a curveball, and I think it caught Gustavo on his back foot. That's his left foot, as that one was a well-errant pitch. That'll be a hit by pitch, and Gus will go to first. Rodriguez will go first to second. It should be noted for Shelton, he's typically a second baseman. That's what he played for the Crimson Tide while in Tuscaloosa, but they're trying him out at short today. He did play some of that in A-ball. So here's Tucker Flint. Now a chance here for Rocket City to really put a stranglehold on this game. Tucker with a 2-run homer his first time up. He went opposite field and just got it above the yellow line on the short porch and left, as the fastball is a strike. 0-1. It's 320 that way, and he hit it about 322. Tucker ready again. Open stance for the left-handed hitter against the righty Cumming. We'll go from the belt. And a pickoff attempt at second, nowhere near in time, as really not a big lead that time by Rowdy Rodriguez. He could have gone back in standing. Playing up the middle is Shelton. He's almost directly behind the bag at second. A lot of room to the left side for Flint. Look in by Cumming. He'll go back to the belt. And the 0-1. Swung, bounced to first. Up with it, Pino. He's just going to go to the bag in time. That works just like a bunt. Moving second to third is Rowdy Rodriguez. First to second is Campero. And now you got him at second and third with 1 away for Matthew Lugo.
It's one thing I talked about with Tony Jaramillo, the hitting coach for the Trash Pandas today. And in fact, he really brought it up, was the fact that this ball club, they just make a lot of winning plays at the plate. That's a winning type of an at-bat. I guess more not winning play, but winning at-bats. I mean, it's a simple ground out in the box score. It looks like nothing, 3 unassisted, but it gets 2 guys into scoring position.
The right-on-right matchup pitch is chopped foul past third by Lugo. It's 0-1. And again, when you're not a team that leans on the home run like Rocket City, you got to find other ways to get guys in, and that's one way to do it. Not just scoring a run on a fly ball or a ground out, but just moving someone along and trying to set up the guy behind you. And we'll see if that's what Flint's been able to do here, as the count is 0-1 on Lugo. Lugo drew a walk his first time. Right on right, next pitch. And that's a breaking ball, a curve that will miss inside. Going to go to a ball and a strike.
Look at a guy like Matthew Lugo. He's entering today's ball game 2 for 11. Has a triple, 2 RBIs, but he's walked 6 times. He's stolen 4 bases. Those are winning plays.
Next pitch. Another curve that misses inside. He has not been able to get that curveball over consistently. It's at 2 balls and a strike. One thing, maybe you can look this up, Chris. I'd like to know where Rocket City ranks in strikeouts as a hitting-wise. Here's the set again as the infield comes in. The pitch. There's a sinker that just hit the upper inside corner. It'll even at 2-2. As a ball club, the Trash Pandas have struck out 351 times with a .240 batting average. The look in by Cumming.
It's middle of the pack in the Southern League.
I thought it might be a little lower. The set and delivery. Curve called strike 3, and Lugo knew it. He was looking for something else, but he got the hook yet again, and it caught the inside corner. Lugo rung up. That'll be strikeout number 3 for Cumming. And now runners are at second and third with 2 away for Nick Rodriguez, who lined out to center his first time. I say that because, again, if you're not going to use power, you got to use finesse, and striking out works against that. So I thought that number might be a little lower than third, which is where they said. First pitch, fastball high, 1-0.
Now, when it comes to walks, tied for second
with
Knoxville. Now, Biloxi's walked more than anybody in all of AA. They're at 202, but 185 walks drawn.
Rodriguez slaps one foul past first. He chased ball 2, though. That one was well in. Going to go to 1-1.
That's if you look at all of AA, say 1, 2, 3, tied for 4th in all of AA baseball, 185 walks. Team on base percentage at .348.
1-1 on Rodriguez. Open stance for him as Cumming rocks back. The 1-1. There's a strike. Threw him a changeup that caught the lower outside corner. At 1-2, and a chance here for Cumming to get out of the jam. It's been a bit of a sore spot for Rocket City in this series. Moments like these, can they get that big hit to bust the game open? 0-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3. Curveball down and in. When he's getting that pitch over, he's pretty tough to hit. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Cumming, and that'll be his 3rd of the swinging variety. Rocket City will leave 2 runners in scoring position. No runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left. Bottom of the 3rd on its way. Rocket City up 2-0. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit CrestwoodMedCenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Rocket City leading at 2-0, and 2 up for the Barons. Bottom 3rd of the order. Burke, Harris, and Veras against Joel Hurtado, who has retired all 6 men. He has faced 3 by way of strikeout. Right on right against Burke, 325, a homer, and 10 driven in. Playing up at 3rd is Cole as Hurtado looks in, and the first pitch. Fastball, a swing and a miss, down and in. It's 0-1. Josh Carey, Chris Harris with you alongside Jeff Scarborough, the birthday boy.
Birthday boy today.
Just found that out today. Happy birthday, Jeff. The look in by Hurtado, the 0-1. And the breaking pitch is high and tight. Going to even at 1-1. You think he's got any lady friends over at the radio station right now hanging out?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we have to send some over there.
Count at 1-1.
You got connections.
Chris. Next pitch is swung and hit foul off to the right. Going to go to 1-2. That Jeff Scarborough, he's a wild man.
Mm-hmm. How old is Jeff? Like 24?
Oh, probably. Yeah, I think 26, 27, somewhere in there. 6, 7.
It's the first time I've seen you do that.
Here's the 1-2. Swung and looped foul off to the right. Late swing that time by Burke. Going to remain at a ball and 2 strikes. What should we get Jeff for his birthday?
Well, he's doing probably what he enjoys most, producing a Trash Pandas game.
Doing a bang-up job,
we got
too.
him. Did we get him the bobblehead?
The James Spann bobblehead.
We still haven't gotten that to you yet. We have it, though.
Here's the 1-2. Swung and drilled into deep left field. On the move, Lugo. He looks up, and that one is out of here. A home run for Jacob Burke, who has suddenly taken off like a rocket in this series. That one had a little more lift on it than the one by Flint, but it got over that yellow line, hit off the railing again. Solo home run for Burke, his second dinger of the year, RBI number 11. And the lead has been cut in half for Rocket City. It's now 2-1.
And it actually was not a bad pitch at all. It was slider at the bottom of the strike zone that he just went down and got, and taking advantage of that short porch out there in left field.
Burke started this series 0 for 8, but now he is 4 of his last 5 with 3 RBI, including that home run. So he is coming around at the wrong time if you're a Trash Panda fan. First pitch is swung and hit foul off to the left by Calvin Harris. 0-1 Harris, 205, 3 homers, 17 driven in, including that grand slam last night. It was his 3rd career grand slam. The first 2 came at the A-ball level as Lugo jogs over and picks up the loose baseball.
Hurtado, that's only the 2nd home run he's given up this year. He only gave up 7 all of last year. Not someone who gives up a lot of those.
Right on right against Harris. By the way, that home run, his first hit of the series. And that one rolled softly to short. Playing up the middle, fielding is Paris. He'll fire to first in time. That'll be the first out of the 3rd inning as he caught that one off the end of the bat on the slider. So 1 away for Wilfred Veras. Trash Pandas fans, if you want to continue following the Angels' top prospects and tomorrow's stars wherever you go, then be sure to download the Bally Sports Live app. It's hands down the best way to watch minor league baseball. Get every game at your fingertips all season long, plus real-time enhanced stats and an interactive bingo game you can play right along with every pitch. You can watch from your phone or your TV, and the best part, it's completely free. Just head to the App Store and download Bally Sports Live today as the first pitch is a strike to Veras. 0-1, 217, 4 homers, 19 driven in for Wilfred, who just has not figured out AA baseball. He'll wait the 0-1. And that pitch is swung and hit foul straight back to the screen. That was a slider inside. 0-2. I remember when this guy was one of the top prospects for the White Sox, and things just have not panned out for him. Still plenty of power, and he's got a great build. This is a guy who you keep waiting to break through. He just hasn't been able to. Does have 4 home runs, though. The look in by Hurtado. The 0-2, here it is. Down and away. He missed with a sweeper. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
So he was the number 17 prospect for the White Sox in 24.
The right-handed hitter waits. Off the line at first is Vera. Shaded toward right center is Rowdy Rodriguez in center field. The 1-2 is down and away. Another changeup. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There was a nice little pipeline coming from the Dominican for the White Sox for a long, long time, thanks to Jose Abreu and the success he had on the south side during his career.
Victor Mesa and Victor Mesa.
2-2. Called strike 3. Threw him a slider. That one was actually inside. Veras has a word for Drew Buffelli. That one was off the plate, but again, getting the call was Hurtado. That'll be his 4th strikeout of the game. And 2 away in the 3rd inning as we go back to the top of the order, and Samuel Zavala. By the way, I want to correct myself. I said when Rodriguez struck out to end last inning for Rocket City, it was the 5th. It was the 4th for Cumming. It was actually his 5th. So here's Zavala. He struck out swinging in the first, and the first offering is down and in, a slider, 1-0. Zavala now 1 of 11 for the series, but he's walked 4 times. Off the line, even with the bag at third, is Cole. Shaded up the middle is Paris at short. Hurtado, 1-0 pitch. Fastball inside. That one was close, too. It may have nipped the upper inside corner, but it's called off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes to Zavala.
Zavala's another guy. He's a Venezuela kid, though, but gave him a $1.2 million.
Here's a 2-0. There's a strike. High slider that time. 2-1. The difference for Zavala, he was at Winston-Salem last year. He was involved in that trade for Dylan Cease in the Padres a couple of years ago.
Padres paid him the $1.2 million.
Here's the 2-1. Fastball. Boy, that looked pretty good. That should have been a strike. It caught the very bottom of the zone, but Drew Buffelli thought it was too low. 3-1 on the left-handed hitter. Let's see if Hurtado can come back. He's ready to go as they set up away. O'Hell delivers. Fastball, called strike 2. That hit the inside corner. So a payoff pitch due to the left-handed hitter. Again, out of Caracas. He's only 21, though. He's still got some growth ahead of him. Mm-hmm. Near the line at first is Vera. Hurtado shakes off a sign. Now he's ready. 3-2 pitch. Swing and tip foul at home plate. The way Campero got up, I thought maybe it was swung and missed and the ball had just gotten away, but it was nicked. And It will stay at 3-2. Again, 2-1 Rocket City. A 2-run homer by Tucker Flint in the first inning gave the Trash Pandas an early lead. And then moments ago, Jacob Burke went deep over the left field wall for a solo home run for the Barons. Hurtado gets the signs from Campero. O'Hell with the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Went high and tight on the left-handed hitter. Zavala goes down whiffing. Strikeout number 5 for Hurtado. Second time he's victimized Zavala. And the Barons will settle for a run on a hit. That was the solo home run by Burke. No errors in the inning. No one left. We are at the end of 3. Rocket City leads at 2-1. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike three, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Fourth inning we go. Trash Pandas lead at 2-1, and Chris Harris takes over the play-by-play.
Thanks, Josh. Rocket City clinging to that one-run lead as back to work goes Cumming, the right-hander for the Barons, and he gets a swing and miss on Cole Fontenelle as we start this top of the fourth inning. Fontenelle followed by Cole. That's Harold Cole, and then Harold Vera. As Fontenelle takes a ball low, it's 1-1 strike. And going back to that third inning, that home run by Jacob Burke, that was the first hit that Hurtado's allowed in now his last 2 starts. He gave up a run, but it was without the benefit of a hit in his last start this past weekend in Pensacola. He's been on kind of a tear lately. 1-2 on Fontenelle to wind the pitch. And a slider down and in, got him to swing and miss. It was in the dirt. And he chased after that one. That's strikeout number 6 now for Dylan Cumming. And 1-0 now for Harold Cole. Well, taking a look around the Southern League, and there was actually a scary moment in the game in Chattanooga tonight, as they're playing host to the Pensacola Blue Wahoos at their new ballpark, Erlanger Park. As Harold Cole stands in, the first pitch to him is high and inside for a ball. It was in the third inning of that game that Brandon Jones of Pensacola hit a ball to the gap in left center field. There's a swing and a miss by Harold, and it's 1-1. And Jay Allen, the second, as we've seen him the past couple of years for the Chattanooga Lookouts, sprinting after a ball out towards the gap in left center field. And they have an area out there at that new ballpark where the wall kind of jettisons in. It's just a little bit of almost one of those pads out there width where it kind of points inward. And he ran smack dab into that at full speed, and it knocked himself out. As a 2-1 pitch is a strike to Harold Cole, and it's 2-2 on him. And they had a delay for about 10 minutes or so while he was down out there on the warning track as Cole swings and misses over a good curveball. And that's back-to-back strikeouts now for Dylan Cumming, his 6th and 7th now of the game, and now 2 down for Errol Vera. But thankfully, they got him up in the cart, and he was conscious and sitting upright coming off the field, but they spent a lot of time with him out there in deep left center field. You watch the replay, and he was just full sprint and hit that little portion of the wall that pushed out just a little bit, and it knocked him out. 1-0 pitch is lined into center field. There's a base hit for Errol Vera. That's his first hit of the season. Vera now digging for two. The throw comes in, and it's late. It was bobbled out there in left field, and we'll see how they score that. It was one of those situations where Burke, the left fielder, Zavala, the center fielder, didn't know which one of those guys were going to take it, and thus neither one of them really was able to knock it down. So probably a single and then an error on the left fielder Burke. We'll see officially how they choose to score that, but nonetheless, a two-out runner at second base now for Rocket City. And Vera will get a base hit. Actually, they're going to give the error to Zavala. He did jump in front of Burke there at the last second. And it was the left fielder Burke who ended up with the baseball, and he kind of struggled to get the ball back in. So it is going to be a single and then an E8, actually, on the center fielder Zavala. And another runner in scoring position now for Rocket City. Let's see if they can cash in. Well, I'll take that back. They just scored that as a double. Slider there, a swing and a miss. Certainly will take it if that's how they choose to score it, but that seemingly should have been a single and an E8. But they're going to give him a double. That's okay. So Vera out there at second base. First pitch, a strike to Kyron. The next, a foul tip. Here's an 0-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. And down on strikes goes Kyron Paris, as he's now 0 for 3. And that's strikeout number 8 now for Dylan Cumming, as he has really stepped things up since giving up those 2 runs in the first inning. 8 strikeouts, and we're through 3.5 as we make our way to the bottom of the 4th inning here in Birmingham. The Trash Pandas get no runs on 1 hit, and strand 1 on base. They lead it 2-1. This is Trash Pandas Baseball, the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network, and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Trash Pandas lead it 2-1 here on this Saturday night. Game 5 of the 6-game series. Game 11 of the 12-game road trip. As back to work goes Joel Hurtado, and the first pitch is a strike to Colby Shelton. Former Alabama Crimson Tide star, former Florida Gator. Ended up being an SEC power guy for really all 3 years he was in college. He swings and misses there. He's down to the count 0-2. He was a freshman All-American. He had 25 home runs as a freshman at the University of Alabama and transferred to Florida after that freshman season. for 2024 and 5. There's a off-speed pitch and a called third strike, and so Shelton is retired. And for Hurtado, that is strikeout number 6. Not a strikeout pitcher is Hurtado, but he's got 6 of them now, 2 in every inning except for the second. He struck out 1. And Hurtado with those 6 strikeouts, that's now a new season high. Their starter, Dylan Cumming, has matched his season high with 8 strikeouts. Here's the next from the right-hander. It's tapped foul off the bat of Alec Makarevich. Well, the career high for Hurtado as far as strikeouts is 11. That was back in 2023 while he was pitching for Inland Empire. Here's an 0-1 pitch. And the fastball catches the outside corner. That was a beauty. That fastball has been in the 95-96 range consistently. And he's been throwing everything else pretty hard. The changeup has been in the upper 80s. The slider's been in the upper 80s as well. That gyro slider that he throws. Throws the changeup like a splitter. As the righty fires and a swing and a foul tip. No, he did not get a piece of it. It bounces in the dirt. Picked up by Campero. Fires it down to first base. And he finishes strikeout number 7. 2-3 on the putout at first base. Makarevich is down on strikes for the second time. And Hurtado has been absolutely dominant outside that solo home run by Jacob Burke in the third. But I love how he has responded to that home run. He's retired now 5 in a row, 4 via the strikeouts since the home run. First pitch fastball in there for a strike at 97 from Hurtado. He's touching some numbers we haven't seen from him a lot this year. 97 with that fastball. He's ahead on Anthony DePino. 0-1, the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and driven towards the gap in left center field. On the move, a dive out there in left center field, and a catch by Matthew Lugo. He goes aerial out there in left center field and robs extra bases from Anthony DePino. What a great catch by Lugo. And that ends the bottom of the 4th inning. 1, 2, 3 go. The Barons off to the 5th inning here in Birmingham. Trash Pandas lead Birmingham 2-1. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison. You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Back here in Birmingham, Trash Pandas lead at 2-1 as we make our way to the top of the 5th inning. Rocket City trying to add to their lead here, as it's really turned into a pitcher's duel. First pitch is lined into deep right field. This is trouble, going back, and not going to get to it, as Rowdy Rodriguez again for the 3rd time tonight, and this time on the first pitch has himself a base hit. This is a double, and he smoked that one over the head of right fielder Wilfred Veras. 2 singles and a double, 3 hits for the 2nd consecutive night, and have a series, Rowdy Rodriguez. In the series now, he has 9 hits in 19 at-bats, 2 doubles, a homer, 3 RBIs. He's scored 7 runs, and he's stolen 4 bases. That's a series. Woo! First pitch on the way, grounded foul down the first base line by Gustavo Campero. I was talking with the hitting coach, Tony Jaramillo. We had a great conversation after batting practice, and I'm working on a story. You'll be able to read it in this upcoming week's Riot City Trash Pandas Game Day program, as well as TrashPandasBaseball.com, a story on Rowdy Rodriguez. And Tony Jaramillo, who's not one that really says hyperbole a lot, as a ground ball's hit foul down that third base line out the end of the bat of Campero. He's not one to just say something off the cuff and not be absolutely serious. He is as serious as they come. And he said this guy is a potential superstar. And coming from Tony Jaramillo, you got to take that tremendously serious about what he thinks about Rowdy Rodriguez. Campero back to home plate. No balls and 2 strikes on Gus. He has been hit by a pitch and grounded out so far. No outs in the inning. The pitch misses outside. Now, the question came up. I said, what is his ceiling? And he didn't mention it once, but twice. A guy who is a potential superstar. Well, that's got to be something that pleases Angels fans. Pitch bounce foul down the first base line. Some people truly believe maybe the 2 most talented guys in the minor leagues for the Angels right now are he and Christian Moore. Of course, Nelson Rada probably right there beside those guys. But, I think, again, for Rowdy Rodriguez, going into last year in low A for the Angels, wasn't even a prospect. As Campero swings and lines one, but right to the first baseman, DePino, as he makes 1 step to his left. And to a knee, makes the catch on a line shot that was 102 off the bat of Campero. He robs him of extra bases, and he was playing down the line, so good placement out there at first base. So a tough line out there for Campero, and now 1 on with 1 out for Tucker Flynn, who has grounded out and, of course, hit that 2-run home run back in the first inning. But Rowdy last year in low A at the beginning of the year, he was a 3-4 start guy in a 6-game series. He wasn't starting every game, and when he did play, he was the 7th, 8th, 9th place batter in the Inland Empire 66ers lineup. But he just kept hitting and hitting and hitting, and he worked himself into the lineup every single day and moved up, ended up being the Angels minor league player of the year last year. Speed pitch is a tapper foul. That one bounced up and caught the Barons catcher, Calvin Harris, and popped up and got him in the groin. Give him a chance to shake that one off. And home run by Tucker in the first, by the way. That was his second. It's not a totally similar story to Gustavo Campero, but Campero, who Josh has talked about a lot, and Trash Pandas fans certainly recognize he was a development list guy and a bullpen catcher. Was able to work his way up into the lineup every day and able to move his way up to the major leagues in 2023. 2-1 pitch on the way to Tucker. He fouls it straight back out the netting. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think something that Tony Jaramillo told me today as well is when he was a roving hitting instructor in the Angels organization during that season, when he was the bullpen catcher and on and off of that development list. 2-2 pitch. It's high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Said Campero was thinking about maybe hanging it up and quitting.
Sure.
And one thing he told him, he said there's roughly over 700 ball players that are in minor league baseball. You got to think about that. You're one of the top 700 and some odd baseball players in the world, and you're one of them. And he kept going at it, but it's a great story and a great guy to have on this club. But Rowdy Rodriguez, 3 for 3 tonight. I mentioned a moment ago, we know Tony Jaramillo. He's not one to just throw things around. As Flint flies one out towards center field, right to the center fielder Zavala. He'll make the catch. Rowdy will stay at second base, so now 2 outs and a runner at second base, and the batter will be Matthew Lugo.
So think about this. That happened in 22, where he was the bullpen catcher.
Right.
By the end of the 2024 season, he's playing in the majors. Isn't that something? 2 short years. It's amazing when you just keep a good attitude, show up every day, bust your you-know-what, and continue to show up. You never know what will happen.
First offering on the way is a tapper foul down the third base line out the bat of Matthew Lugo. How I came up with him, though, was talking about him being, of course, he was in Inland Empire last year, Tony Jaramillo, and, you know, he was that guy that was playing, 3-4 times out of a 6-game series. When he got in there, he was the 7th, 8th, and 9th place batter, and he just kept hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting and worked his way into the lineup every day and became the player of the year in the organization. There's a fly ball deep towards right field out the bat of Lugo, turning and watching, and that ball is going to sail out the wall in right field. Coming around third base and going to score is Rowdy. On his way to third base is Lugo. Head first dive. He's safe, and that's an RBI triple from Matthew Lugo, and the Trash Pandas fans in attendance, plus the dugout coming unglued as it's now 3-1 Rocket City here in the top of the 5th inning.
I believe that's his second triple of the series. Let me take a look at that.
It is, yeah.
That's not something you see very often, but that pitch was middle away, and he just went the other way with it. He's sneaky. He's got some sneaky power. You don't think of it when you look at him, but he'll put a drive into one every now and then like that.
First pitch is a curveball, and it's in there for a strike to Nick Rodriguez, who is 0 for 2. That ball hit about halfway up on that wall out there in front of their bullpen as Nick swings and drives one out towards deep right center field. That one's back to the track. It's at the wall and able to run it down going into the outfield fence as their center fielder Zavala. The ball is jumping tonight here. We noticed it in batting practice here at Regions Field, so we're going to have ourselves a very entertaining back half of this ball game. In the inning, Rocket City gets a run on 2 hits, a double and a triple, and they'll strand one on base as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, halfway home. It's 3-1 Rocket City. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Trash Pandas lead it 3-1 as we start the bottom of the 6th inning bottom of the 5th inning as Joel Hurtado goes back to work, gets a first pitch ground ball to the second baseman Nick Rodriguez, and Andy Weber is retired on one pitch. And that'll bring in Geral Perez, who is 0 for 1. Since the home run that Hurtado gave up in that third inning. He has retired the next 6 in a row, and 4 of those via strikeout. He's got 7 strikeouts now, which is a new season high, 4 shy of his career high of 11, as he delivers a first pitch that should have been a called strike, but it was called a ball, and it's 1-0. By the way, as Josh pointed out during the break to me, they scored that Lugo ball to right, a double and an E9, which makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
And, of course, we were talking earlier when that ball was hit to left off the bat of Arrow Vera. It should have been a single and an E8, but they gave him a straight double. First time this week we've kind of had some iffy scoring plays. There's a swing and a miss as he pulled the string with a good slider that time, and it's 1-2 now on Perez.
The good news is it doesn't impact Lugo's RBI or earned run or anything like that. So
still, you'd like to have a triple.
Sure, I agree.
Let him take a look at that maybe later. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a chopper back to Hurtado. Underhanded toss over to first base and in time, and Perez is retired. 1-3 on the putout. Let's see how many ground balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 7 strikeouts, which I'm not saying it's abnormal, but he has given up a couple of lineouts. In fact, has there been one true flyout? I've got an L4, L3, L7. Really hasn't given up fly balls except for the home run. Jacob Burke did hit the home run to left. First pitch is in there for a strike.
I guess the L7 would be it then.
Yeah.
By DePino.
A couple of ground outs here is Jacob Burke, who hit the home run, takes the strike, and it's 0-1 to him. He's been pumping strikes all night. Fastball there is swing and a miss. Actually, that was the changeup. At least it shows on our screen a changeup at 91.
By the way, he's only at 53 pitches. He can go another 2.
I know. He has been on some kind of a heater these last 2.5 starts or so. The 0-2. Swing and a line shot down the left field line. That was a mistake pitch on 0-2. As rounding first base, digging for 2 is Burke, and that'll be the second hit he's allowed in the game, both coming to Burke, who's got a homer and a double. And the tying run will come to the plate here at the bottom of the 5th, and Calvin Harris, the catcher.
When you look at this lineup top to bottom, you're right, he did make a mistake. But at the end of the day, this Jacob Burke is really right now the only offensive threat they have. I mean, they have a couple of guys who may come around in a week or two, like Shelton, like DePino, but right now he's the only consistent threat for him. If you're Hurtado, you're probably going to see him one more time. You got to be cautious of that.
You got to pull it up. What was he in that on their road trip?
Ooh, let me see.
He was the only one that had a really decent road trip to Chattanooga and Knoxville coming into this week.
15 of 47, 319.
Yeah. First pitch from Hurtado to Harris is a strike on the outside corner. Slider catches that outside portion of the zone. Everything has been hard from Hurtado. Slider in the upper 80s, changeup in the upper 80s. And, of course, that fastball, he's touched 97. Here's the 0-1. That's in the dirt low, blocked up by Campero. Those two guys have worked really well together tonight, and they had some issues earlier in the year.
I think you could tell they just weren't on the same page. And remember, Campero, in the brief time he was with Rocket City last season, he played the outfield. He was mostly at AAA in the majors. So with that being said, they really didn't have a chance to work together until this season, and like you might imagine, some bumps in the road.
1-1 from Hurtado after a check towards second base. And a check swing on a changeup. They'll appeal. And you're not going to get that call from the third base umpire behind the mound. Cass Cousins says no swing. 2-1. That was a good pitch, though. Just out the outside corner. I have the pull shift on here for Calvin Harris. He had a grand slam last night. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Misses high for a ball. It was his first minor league, or at least professional, grand slam. He had 2 in college. One for Maryland, one for Missouri. No balls and a strike on Harris, the pitch. Swung on, popped him up. into shallow left center field, into that Bermuda Triangle, but coming on, calling everybody off is Lugo. And the catch is made for the third out, so that 2-out double is left stranded at second base. One hit, one left on. They have stranded, that's just the first runner they've left stranded on base in the game. We head to the top half of the sixth inning. Rocket City leads it 3-1 over the Barons here in Birmingham. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network in Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison. You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, Rocket City leads it by the score of 3-1 as we make our way to the top half of the sixth inning, and a pitching change has been made by Birmingham as Dylan Cumming exits the ball game and turns it over to a right-hander in Eric Adler. First pitch to Cole Fontenelle is swung on, driven down the right field line. Get up, ball. Get up, ball. Kiss it goodbye. A home run for Cole Fontenelle. I don't know that he truly got it flush, but you know what? It doesn't matter. As Cole touches a ball, it lands in the bleachers out there in right field. That's his first home run of the season, and it's 4-1.
Wasn't a bad pitch either. Curveball down and in, but Cole, he loves that inside pitch. He just whips around on the ball, gets a launch into it. And I know he's already struck out twice tonight. The numbers don't look great, but that's now his fourth hit of the series, and you can start to see him starting to settle in a little bit, slowly but surely, and hopefully that'll create some confidence.
Reeds Adler with a home run. He's making his 8th appearance, an ERA up over 11. 1-1, a 3.16 whip for the 25-year-old from Melbourne, Florida. Here's Harold Cole now. The first pitch to him. Fastball is at the knees for a strike. So 2 home runs for the Trash Pandas tonight. That ties how many they had on the road trip coming into tonight.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
And one of them wasn't really a home run. Ground ball hit towards the right side of the infield. He got jammed as Harold rounds out to the second baseman, Perez. One away now for Errol Vera. Rocket City came in with 26 home runs on the year. That was 29th out of 30 teams in Double-A. But yet one of the top scoring teams in Double-A.
Funny game, this game of baseball.
And 4 runs on 7 hits tonight. 1 run on 2 hits for Birmingham. As a pitch down and in for a ball. I don't think there's any semblance of activity in that Rocket City bullpen. There's not. They're just chilling down there. Kenyon Jovan might be asleep. I'm not sure. Pitch on the way. Fastball down and in. A ball to Vera. Vera had his first hit of the season in that 4th inning. He started out the year 0 for 5. Walked a few times. He's walked and doubled so far in this game. That was that ball to left center that should have been an E8, just a single. But they gave him a double. Is that pitch taken outside? It's 3-0 now on Vera. I thought he had a nice round of BP today. He's got a great looking swing.
You notice guys from the left side always have a good swing.
Yeah, it tends to
more so
lean that way.
Yeah, more so than the right side.
I think righties are always just naturally more awkward.
It's like Ken Griffey Jr., greatest swing ever.
Yeah.
Left-handed hitter. Barry Bonds, left-handed hitter.
Tony Gwynn,
left-handed hitter. Ted Williams, left-handed hitter.
3-1 pitch. Swung on, laced into center field, a base hit. That ball is scorched on the ground. And another base hit for Vera. That's his first, it is, of course, his first multi-hit game of the year. And he's on at first base with one out. Flip the lineup card over now for Kyron Paris, who is 0 for 3.
By the way, final line on Dylan Cumming. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. He was shaky at times, but he at least kept the Barons close.
Had him in 8 strikeouts.
God darn it. You're probably right.
Wait, what? Pitch inside a ball. What? It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but I hate it when I miscount stuff.
Oh.
You're right. He did have 8 strikeouts.
The only reason I know that is he matched the season high.
Yeah, and he struck out the side in the 4th.
Runner at first base. Vera's got some speed. What a pitch. Liner down the first base line.
Was it really that aggressive?
It was pretty aggressive.
Was it?
Yeah.
Actually, if Jeff wants to text me, Jeff, was that really aggressive? Was that over the top?
That's like
guys. Jeff, did I scare you?
That's like somebody telling me, "Hey, they don't have any food out there in the office tonight." What? 1 ball, 1 strike on Kyron.
Sorry.
No, your pitch is a little bit high for a ball. It's 2-1. Pitch just missed off the top of the zone. 90 pitches, by the way, for Dylan Cumming. 61 for strikes. Adler. Right-handers ready, and the 2-1. Line drive foul off the netting. Down that first base line, lands over the tarp.
He's another Wake Forest guy. He and Camden Manasseh were teammates over there in Winston-Salem when they had that nice run with the Demon Deacons. I remember when they were the dregs of Division I baseball. Programs like them in Virginia and Kentucky, that's no longer the case, even though Kentucky's having a down year.
A lot of great arms recently coming out of there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2 to Kyron. Slider down and away for a ball. And the count runs full now, 3-2. We'll see if they want to start Vera over there at first base. Might be a nice time to do that. Also might be a nice time for him to throw over there. See if he uses his only disengagement here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Paris is ready in the box. There goes the runner. And it's high, ball 4. So sliding in anyway, Vera to second base. And a single, now a walk with 1 out. Brings in the red-hot Rowdy Rodriguez. He's got 6 hits in his last 2 ball games.
Yeah, this is the guy you want up there. And right now, if you're Adler, you can't be too picky how you pitch to him either. You've already down 3 runs, and he got 2 men on with 1 man out. A chance for Rocket City to blow this one open.
Rowdy singled and stole a base and scored a run in the first as he takes a pitch inside, looking to work him in. That was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Singled in the third, then doubled in the 5th. Want to see him put one in that left center field gap right here. Pitch on the way to him, swung out, popped up back foul. Out of play. That baseball is like a watermelon. We have a second. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2 WZZN FM Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.
Right at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock here in Birmingham. 1-1 pitch to Rowdy. Fastball just a tad high. They appeal. I don't even think he checked the swing very much there, but they appeal to first, no swing.
You know why I bet you they did that? You got the replacement umpire, Peter Faber, over at first base. You never know. They might be a little overzealous in making a call.
Maybe so. Here's the next to him. That one's low. That's such a great eye for the plate, does Rodriguez.
Very mature.
3 balls and a strike. See what they want to do here. This could be a very dangerous pitch for Adler. on its way. Low and outside, ball 4. He's walked, the bases loaded now. And here comes Gustavo Campero. He's 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. But this is one of those times where Rocket City usually feasts, and the bases are loaded here with 1 out.
You know, you mentioned about his mature eye, Rodriguez, I remember a guy like Vlad Guerrero Sr. who would just go after everything. Now, he could hit it. I'll explain more.
First pitch on the way is fouled straight back. A big swing there by Campero.
The pitch could be a foot off the plate. He'd go after it, and he'd still line it for a double. And there are a lot of guys who want to play like that, but especially younger fellas, but he's learned that he doesn't have that type of skill set. He knows when to stay within himself. It's one of the things that makes him a special ball player.
The next to Campero. Swing and a line drive back through the middle. Into center field, base hit. 1 run's going to score. A second run's coming across. That's Kyron Paris. Vera and Paris score on a 2-run single by Gustavo Campero. And the Trash Pandas now lead it 6-1 here in the 6th inning. They have opened this baby up.
Yeah, he didn't exactly hit the daylights out of the ball. Only 83 off the bat. But again, that shortstop Shelton playing up the middle a little bit, and it's his first game at short at this level. Still unable to flag it down as it trickled into center field. And like you said, a 5-run ball game as Rocket City has now stretched this out with Hurtado on the mound.
John Kovalik, he's wearing a trail over there between the first base dugout and the mound the last few days as he goes out there to talk it over with Adler. The batter will be Tucker Flint. And this inning now, there's only 1 out. We've seen a home run and the ground out. Single, walk, now 2-run single. By the way, that's RBIs number 16 and 17 for Campero. His 9th hit of the series. He's now 9 for 21 with 3 doubles and now 3 RBIs. Tucker bats from that left side. The first pitch taken outside for ball 1. Flynn hit the home run back in the first inning. All 3 of his home runs, or excuse me, both of his home runs, I'm thinking of the exhibition one.
Yeah.
All of his home runs have been to the opposite way. Flint takes a pitch that time for a called strike. Looked to be off the plate, and it was a fastball, but he got the call. All right, Tucker. Let's put this game out of reach right here. Left-handed batter versus right-handed pitcher. Adler kicks and delivers. Slider down and in. Threw that one right at his back foot. And it's 2 balls and a strike. And a tough road trip overall for Tucker. 5 hits in 36 at-bats, but he could finish off on a really nice note. This series for him, he's walked a couple of times. He's driven in 4. 2-1 pitch. Sails high. 3 balls and a strike. And Adler is all over the place. They have some activity in their bullpen. That's Camo. That's number 5. He was warming up. Ready, and now here comes the 3-1 pitch on the way. Now to Flint. That's a strike. Not a bad take that time. A curveball. That was up in the zone.
Yeah, hanging curveball. Boy, I wish he had been on that one. But a lot of room to the left side. If he can extend those arms and go that way, he'll be in business.
It's Phil Fox who's warming up in the bullpen for Birmingham. Payout pitch due to Flint. Here comes the 3-2. Inside, he walked him. Another walk. And the bases are going to be loaded once again, and I can't imagine he's going to face another batter. He's walked 3, given up 3 so far. Only 1 out of the inning. And, yeah, here comes Pat Leland. He's going to make the pitching change here in the top of the 6th inning. 3 runs are in already. Only 1 out. And Rocket City leads it 6-1. Looking to win the series here with a victory tonight over the Barons. New pitcher coming in. This is Phil Fox. We'll tell you more about it when we come back. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Bally Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. no data caps, no hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you all the time, every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Rocket City is currently right now leading it 6-1 over the Birmingham Barons here in Birmingham, Alabama. The new pitcher for the Barons is right-hander Phil Fox. He's a 23-year-old from Greensboro, Pennsylvania. Played his college ball at Pitt. And he makes his second appearance since coming off the injured list. No record, no ERA. His second appearance in the series. He pitched a couple of nights ago on Thursday. 1 inning, no runs, 1 hit, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. And he'll face off against Matthew Lugo with the bases loaded and 1 out. Top of the 6th inning. Lugo ready, and the pitch to him. There's a fastball that... It was on the outside corner, but called a ball. And,
he's missed a few.
Yeah, he's missed a few tonight, Drew Buffelli. But that one benefits us, so that's okay. 1 ball and those strikes on Lugo. The pitch. That's high, 2-0.
Never knew there was a Greensboro, Pennsylvania. There's a Greensboro, North Carolina, a Greensboro, Alabama. And now one in Pennsylvania. Learn something new every day. Town of 586 people, by the way.
He was named after Punxsutawney Phil. Slider misses outside, 3-0.
I'm sure he's thrilled by that, too. But this is looking like Groundhog Day, another walk.
Well, not yet. 3 balls and no strikes on Lugo. Matthew has doubled and walked.
Sorry, let's wait for one more pitch.
I think it's probably coming, though. Here's a 3-0 offering. And that one's right down the middle. Literally right down the pipe as fans with a Bronx cheer down below. 3 balls and a strike. Bases are loaded. Runner at third base is Ronnie Rodriguez. At second base, Campero. At first base is Flint. Here's a 3-1. Swing and a line drive down the left field line. Base hit. Going down into the corner. Rowdy scores. Campero's going to score. Flint's being waved around. They have trouble in the corner out there. 3-run score. The throw to third, they got him there. But 3 runs are going to score on a double by Matthew Lugo. And it's now 9-1 Rocket City. This has been now a 6-run top of the 6th inning.
Which follows the 6 runs Birmingham had last night in the 3rd inning. But off the line at third was Weber. And that one hit pretty sharply, 95. But still, he was off the line far enough to where Lugo could whip it down that line. And he's going to drive in his 2nd, 3rd, and 4th runs of the game and give him now 19, 20, 21, and 22 for the year.
Whipped it good.
Real good.
Nick Rodriguez with the bases empty now. Pitch foul back. I have no problem him getting thrown out at third base there. He was trying to hustle.
And he was trying to get his triple back from earlier.
Yeah, they probably would have found a way to give the left fielder out there, who didn't have trouble with it, Jacob Burke out there. So you can close the book now on Adler, and it's not going to be a fun book for him. This is a horror book. Adler.
Horror novel.
Horror novel.
By the way, I think the out goes 7-6-5, if I'm not mistaken.
We haven't even caught up on the box score yet, but he gave up 6 runs, all earned. 1-1 pitch is hit back up the middle. That one went right between the legs of the pitcher, Fox. Shortstop picks it up out there. That's Shelton, and throws out Nick for the 3rd out. 9 come to the plate, and Rocket City scores 6 runs on 4 hits. And they'll strand no one on base, and they now lead this one 9-1. at Regions Field. We'll come back and have the bottom of the 6th inning. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Crestwood Medical Center is committed to keeping patients safe, so please don't delay in getting treatment when you need emergency care. Visit crestwoodmedcenter.com to see what they are doing to keep you safe.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. AFIX takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust AFIX as their partner. Call AFIX today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit AFIX.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Rocket City leads it 9-1, trying to win a back-to-back series here on this road trip as Joel Hurtado goes back to work, and he starts out ahead on Wilfred Veras. 9-1 and 2 batters due out. Veras followed by Zavala and Shelton. And Veras 0 for 1. He struck out against Hurtado in the third. Swings and hits this one out of play, foul down that right field side. Well, if you look at Hurtado, he's only thrown 61 pitches. And we're in the 6th inning. That's very economical. He's faced just 2 over the minimum. Giving up 2 hits. He hasn't walked a batter. He struck out 7. Season high as far as strikeouts. Misses high that time. It'll be Veras, then back to the top, and Zavala and Shelton for the Barons. It's swung on, lined out towards center field. And Roddy Rodriguez doesn't have to move very far as he puts the glove up, makes that catch, and a line out to center is out number 1. One away now for Zavala, who is 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts. Chris Harris, Josh Carey with you. We're back home on Tuesday, and that's when the next Tail Wagon Tuesday is. Tito's Tail Wagon Tuesday. Also, by the way, if you come out, make sure you, if you so choose, bring a pet supply of some sort. It's another pet supply drive. We're going to collect those and some of our charitable pet areas around the Huntsville and Madison area. We're going to make some donations at the end of the year as an 0-1 pitch is fouled down that right field line. Long run for everybody, and that's going to get down foul. A lot of foul territory down that first base right field side. It's 0-2 now. But encourage you to bring out a pet supply of some sort, maybe a bag of dog food, cat food, whatever would be nice, and we can make a nice donation at the end of the year to some local animal shelters and folks that really take care of our good boys and good girls.
By the way, you know what's also coming up on Wednesday?
The clubhouse sale?
Well, that, but...
Wine Wednesday?
Yeah, first one of the year, and the first night Wednesday game of the year.
0-2 pitch, grounded towards the right side of the infield. Another ground ball. Nick Rodriguez ranges over to get it and throws out Zavala. 2 up and 2 down now for Hurtado.
Last couple of days down on the field during batting practice, guys have been asking me, we don't have any more of those 11 a.m. games. I'm like, yeah, guy, you're good. You can sleep in now. It's all right.
I don't mind them, and I think some of them actually deep down don't mind them that much. You do get the night off. I kind of like it. It mixes up the routine a little bit.
Sure. But let me
pitch in there first. And I don't get like getting up at 6 a.m. and rolling hot dogs, but
let me say this. Rocket City played 6 of them in a row. That can't happen. They got to find a way to. They got to find a way to switch that up.
Colby Shelton, 0 for 2 so far. Former freshman All-American in Alabama. Hit foul down that first baseline. One thing I haven't figured out is what caused him to transfer from Alabama to Florida after a freshman All-American season. Maybe wanted to be a part of the. Well, I'm sure there's money. Yeah, for sure.
A little more dinero is put into the Florida program than Bama. Bama has this thing called football, some men's basketball, and about everything else. In fact, I'll put it to you this way after this pitch.
0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And down on strikes goes Shelton. Strikeout number 8 for Hurtado.
Christy Curry, the women's basketball coach, she left an SEC program to go to South Florida.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
That's, not good. So we go to the 7th inning. How about Hurtado, man? He is rolling right now. On to the 7th inning. It's 9-1 Trash Pandas. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Bally Sports Live.
We can tell you how we're pushing the boundaries of innovation, how we're building Sentinel, America's next generation ICBM system, sustaining deterrence for decades to come. We can tell you how we're delivering the world's first 6th-gen plane, or even how we're making record-breaking microchips smaller than a grain of sand. But why do that when we can show you? Visit Northrop Grumman at ngc.com to see for yourself. Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, it's 9-1 in favor of the good guys. Trash Pandas on top as we make our way to the top of the 7th inning, and Cole Fontenelle will lead off once again. He led off that 6th inning with a home run down the right field line, his first of the year. And he takes a first pitch strike from Phil Fox. He goes back to work after getting the final 2 outs in that 6th inning, 6-run inning for Rocket City. As the next is fouled back by Cole, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. We've had some big innings this year. It's not the biggest inning in club history, but
we had one against these guys on one of those education days back at our place. Let's take a look. Well, actually, 2 4-run innings in that 11-2 win on April the 15th. I was thinking of something bigger, though.
That pitch just misses barely out the outside corner, if at all. Let's see. I put this together. I should know where everything is. Next to Cole. That one's a little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Most runs in an inning. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, 6 is the high. So it matches the season high. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and a tapper hit foul. Cole staying alive.
Who did we do that against? Does it have the date?
Yeah. Where did I see that? Two-two, the count now, the 2-2 pitch. Swinging another tapper foul down that first baseline. I lost it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Here we go. Most runs in an inning was actually 5 on the 6 against Pensacola.
I was looking at the pitching side. That's why. There's a ball, and it's 3-2 now on Cole.
So you got a new season high tonight.
New season high in runs in a single inning.
And actually, they've scored 5 in an inning 4 times. It's pretty impressive.
Fastball that time. That one catches the inside corner, and Fontenelle's down on strikes. That was a fastball at 90. And strikeout number 1 for Fox. And that's the first strikeout they've had since the 4th inning. 7 Ks from their, or take that back, 8 Ks from their starting pitcher, Dylan Cumming. Adler's final line, a third of an inning, 6 runs on 3 hits allowed. By the way, his ERA, it was 13. It's now 18.90. First pitch tap foul off the bat of Harold Cole, and it's 0-1. 9-1 Rocket City. Trash Pandas trying to win back-to-back series for the first time this year. Here's an 0-1. Off-speed pitch down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike.
By the way, you want to talk about wild innings. I'm just running through the SEC scoreboard from earlier today. By the way, congratulations to Alabama. They defeated Ole Miss 6-2 to win that series.
Speed pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2.
So I'm just rolling through this. There was one game that stood out to me, and I just lost it, of course. Sorry, here we go. Arkansas and Kentucky in Lexington today. Final score was 16-12. Hogs with the win. Arkansas, 10 runs in the first inning. Kentucky had 9 in the 5th. What a night that is.
That dog will hunt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pop up right side. That'll drift out of play and into the stands over here on the first base side. SEC tournament will be here next week, starting on Tuesday.
Yep, on Tuesday. It's a single elimination tournament. That's been a long time coming for that to adjust. But a lot of the teams are going to be staying at the hotel we're at right now. I know Arkansas will be over there.
Just down the street from Hoover Met. 1 ball, 2 strikes the pitch. And a breaking ball. Throws the curve ball that's just a little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Harold Cole. Top of the 7th inning. Rocket City on top 9-1.
And by the way, I forgot to mention earlier, I want to welcome those of you listening on ESPN 97.7 The Zone. We're there tonight.
Slow roller down the third base side. Scooped up over there. And another nice play on the hot corner by Andy Weber. He's pretty slick on the infield, whether it's short or third. He throws out Harold, and that's out number 2.
Well, we knew that from watching him with the Smokies. He was always very, very good with the glove, just couldn't be consistent enough with the bat.
2 outs for for Errol Vera, who has 2 hits today, his first 2 hits of the season. He'll be battling some potential rain next week. Hopefully that forecast changes for folks here and for us up in Madison for next week. Pitch a ball low. It's 1-0 to Vera.
Well, with Bama winning today, they don't play again until Thursday.
1-0 pitch swung on, driven down the right field line. That's hooking foul into the stands down the right field line.
They'll get the late game on Thursday. And then, obviously, if they win that, they would play again Saturday. If they win that, they would play the championship on Sunday. So they'll, of course, preempt us on the Zone next week.
1-1 pitch. It's a strike on the outside corner. Just burned that corner with a changeup. And Fox now a strike away from getting through this top of the 7th inning. Out of the line, the 1-2 pitch. It's low. That one in the dirt. Well, a win today, by the way. Put these in the notes yesterday. Trash Pandas, it would give them their first. Yesterday would have been a first 5-game winning streak since 2023. But would also give the Trash Pandas consecutive road series wins for the first time since 2023. 2-2 pitch fouled away. Trash Pandas are. We're 7-3 on this road trip.
Yeah, and I think if they win, that would be win number 8. I think that'd be the most wins for any one trip in team history. I can't think of another time we've won 8.
That was against Birmingham, April 11th through 16th in 2023. Then Chattanooga, April 25th through 30th. As Vera takes a ball, and it's a full count, 3-2.
That's when we still had Ben Joyce. Kyron Paris was a part of that team, too.
It's been a while since Trash Pandas have stacked together some wins. There's a called third strike. Slider, it catches the bottom of the zone. Didn't like the call, but it was right there. And down on strikes goes Vera for out number 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Fox. And it's stretch time. We're going to have God Bless America here from Regions Field. You want to listen in? Let's listen in to God Bless America on their military tribute night tonight here at Regions Field before the 7th inning stretch. So let's sing, not sing along, but listen along. That was Sam Torres with our rendition of God Bless America. We'll take a break. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, as we stretch here in Birmingham, Rocket City on top 9-1, looking to take the series, looking for their 8th win on this road trip, heading into tomorrow's road trip finale. And Rocket City makes a call to the bullpen. What a night for Joel Hurtado, as a Rocket City starting pitcher went 6 innings, allowed 1 run on 2 hits, didn't walk a batter, and struck out a season-high 8 in the process through a total of only 69 pitches. 52 are for strikes. And the new pitcher is the side-arming right-hander Lucas Malstedt.
It's a very nice outing.
Yes, it was. So Malstedt takes over, and he's one of the Trash Pandas who has a scoreless streak going on the mound. This bullpen that's been the best in the minors since April the 27th. First pitch is fouled straight back by Alec Makarevich. Tell you what, this time of night, man, I can't see up here. It's wild. Scoreless streak for Malstead, 7 games, which covers 8 1/3 innings. He's walked 3, struck out 10. No earned runs allowed in his last 7 outings. No balls, 2 strikes. He works ahead here on Makarevich. That'll be he, followed by DePino and Weber. They're 3, 4, 5 hitters in the bottom of the 7th. The 9-1 Trash Pandas. Next on the way from Malstead. Misses low for a ball. Malstead from Ormond Beach, Florida. 7th round pick in 2025. Last year's draft. Out of Clemson. Also spent time at Wofford. 1-2 on the way. Is fouled straight back. This is his 10th appearance for Rocket City. 1-0, a 2.45 earned run average. What a nice start to his season. Started out the year with Tri-City. Came to us on April the 13th. 1-2 pitch, foul back by Makarevich. Stays in there. He struck out twice against Hurtado. Let's see, the ground outs for Hurtado. He induced 5 ground outs to 1 fly out. Plus he struck out 7. It's not bad. Here's a swinging a ball hit out of play down that right field line, foul. So 12 of the 18 outs that he recorded were either strikeouts or ground outs. Not bad. Another quality start for him, his 3rd in a row. 1-2 pitch. Misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Left side of the infield is open. 2-2. Slider down and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Malstedt's 3-2 payout pitch. Ground ball towards the right side of the infield. There's Nick Rodriguez. And he may have taken almost too much time there as he throws out Makarevich, who was hustling down the line. But it's 4-3 on the putout. 1 away now for Anthony DePino.
I like to look at that again. I'm not so sure Vera broke to the first immediately, and that may have held up Rodriguez from firing on, but give Makarevich some credit for hustling despite the score.
We'll see what else is going on around the Southern League as that first pitch is a ball to DePino.
And by the way, how about an attaboy for Malstead? 3-2. You don't want to have a 3-ball count, and you're up 9-1. Just go ahead and get it over. And he did. And good things happen when you do that.
Falls behind now 2-0 as that last pitch misses. Well, Josh, how about a race in the North Division?
A race?
A race.
A foot race?
Something like that. There's a swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike. Good fastball from Malstead. Pensacola knocks off Chattanooga tonight 6-2. And also Columbus knocks off Knoxville 6-2. As Malstead just barely misses with another fastball. It's 3 balls and a strike now. So what that means is Rocket City with a win tonight would move into a tie for second place in the North Division standings. There's a curveball. Wow. Just off the inside corner. And that's ball 4. So he does lose to Pino. That's the first walk given up by Rocket City pitchers tonight. And here comes Andy Weber with 1 on and 1 out. But a win tonight, if they can hang on to this 9-1 ball game, they would move into a second place tie with Knoxville. 2 games back of Chattanooga, with roughly, 30 games remaining in the first half. Here's a ground ball back through the middle. That's going to get into center field, a base hit. Rounding second and staying put is DePino, a base hit by Weber. 2 on with 1 out.
Let's take a look at that. So I check out the Trash Panda schedule. Let's see. The first half wraps up on the 21st of June. So we'll just go after tomorrow. 6, 12, 18, 24. That'll be 30 games remaining.
Yep. And we have Chattanooga coming in for 6. So a chance to pick up even more against those guys who seem to have, at one point, been just running away with this North Division.
And I think in a lot of ways that helped not just the Trash Pandas, but the Smokies as well. Why worry about it? The first half is already over. Just focus on your game. And now you look up a few weeks later and you got a race on your hands.
Trying to get back to 2 games over 500. There's an X from Malstedt, and it's foul tipped off the end of the bat of Gerald Perez. And he's in the hole now, 0-2. Ground ball would be nice right here and turn a double play. Bottom 7. 9 runs on 9 hits for Rocket City. 1 run on 3 hits for Birmingham. Malstedt, sidearm delivery, and he swings and drives one deep towards left field. This is trouble at the track, at the wall, and it's off the base of the scoreboard in left field. A 3-run home run by Perez. That is his 3rd home run of the season. And RBIs number 12, 13, and 14. A 3-run home run, and it's now 9-4 in favor of Rocket City. So the lead cut to 5 now with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning.
You hang it, they may bang it, and that's exactly what happened there with Perez. That was this guy has been really struggling, only 1 of 13 for the series before that at-bat. But if you're going to throw that curveball and you're going to leave it up, you're asking for trouble, and that's exactly what happened to Malstedt.
That ends his scoreless streak at 8 2/3 innings. And that sidearm delivery, that one was just left up. And he turned on that pitch. First offering is a strike to Jacob Burke, who has today doubled and homered in his 2 plate appearances. Slider that time fouled straight back. Thought maybe that home run would change the complexion of the game, but Hurtado, after giving up that solo home run to Burke to start the bottom of the 3rd, he retired the next 8 consecutive batters and 10 of the next 11. The 0-2 misses outside, 1-2 now. That's the magnificent performance by Hurtado, who very well could have gone back out there for the 7th inning. Just shy of 70 pitches. The other game going on in the Southern League tonight is in the 9th inning now. It's down the road in Montgomery. Biscuits lead the Shuckers 10-6. Pitch foul back out of play, and Burke stays alive. 10-6 Biscuits. That South Division, everybody's jammed together right around the 500 mark. The Biloxi 17-19. Montgomery's 18-19. I believe with that win by Columbus, they're now a game over at 19-18. As Burke fouls off another, stays at 1-2. Nice play by a fan.
By the way, Chris, over the last 2 outings, here's what you got from Hurtado. 12 innings, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, 13 strikeouts, and
check swing on a pitch down and away. They appeal down to first, no swing.
And 11 groundouts. Pretty good.
How many strikeouts?
13.
For him, that's tremendous. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball inside out at foul down that first base line. Two balls and 2 strikes. Turned down the wrong mic there.
Well, that's because the other
colorful language out our window.
Colorful is the right word.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Burke. Well, it's late in the night. Here's a ground ball. It's back up the middle. That's going to sneak through. It hit off the glove of both Malstedt and the second baseman, Nick Rodriguez, and gets into center field for a base hit. So a long at bat. And Burke now has a 3-hit night. He's 3 for 3. And still only 1 out in the inning. That's 4 consecutive that have reached. And now out of the dugout comes pitching coach Tim Levesque, and that's going to start some activity in the Trash Pandas bullpen. As it looks like the left-hander Leonard Garcia is going to start to warm up out there in the bullpen. As Malstedt mentioned, he had 7 consecutive games without allowing a run. And this time he's just kind of running into a Barons lineup, which he can't really locate his pitches where he wants.
Well, he's not locating 1 and 2. He's not able to put guys away. He hasn't been able to. He's never really been a strikeout pitcher, but there was that stretch there where he was putting guys away with regularity, just hasn't been able to do it tonight.
So the mound visit is over. Tim Levesque back to the third base dugout. Nine to 4 is your score. Pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Calvin Harris. Somebody's having a bad night down below.
Well, if your team was losing 9-4, wouldn't you be upset, Chris?
Yeah, for sure. It was 9-1. Malstedt fires in another strike, and it's 0-2. That pitch looked to be a little bit low. It was, but he got the benefit of the call. And time call by Harris, who's 0 for 2. Grounded out back in the third and flied out in the fifth. Runner at first base over there. That's Jacob Burke, the pitch. And that one's outside low. Went back to the curveball. Everything else a final in the league. Mentioned Montgomery still on top of Biloxi 10-6 now. Biloxi trying to mount a ninth inning comeback. That pitch is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Freeway Series back tonight. Jack Kohanowitz on the hill for the Mighty Angels against the Dodgers. Malstead delivers a fastball and gets a swing and a miss that time for strike 3. So Harris down on strikes. That stops the stretch of 4 consecutive Barons to reach a base safely. And that strikeout the first for Malstead. Now here comes Wilfred Veras, who so far today is 0 for 2. He's 1 for 8 in the series. Swings and drives one out towards deep left center field. Back goes Rowdy, looks up, and that ball is gone. Another home run. That one to the deepest part of the yard. Wilfred Veras with his 5th home run. RBIs 20 and 21. And all of a sudden, it's now 9-6 in favor of Rocket City.
Yeah, that's a hanging slider, and it's only going in there at 77. And if there's not a lot of movement on it, you're basically putting it on a tee, which against a struggling hitter like Veras, that's exactly what you needed. Lucas Malstead just didn't have it tonight.
Nope. Joe Krusel out to the mound, and he's going to take the baseball from him. He gives up a 3-run home run and a 2-run home run, and neither were cheapies, to say the least. That went onto the berm out there in deep left center field. The other hit out the base of that left field scoreboard. So a pitching change being made. Left-hander Leonard Garcia will take over. We'll tell you more about him. 2 outs here in the 7th. A 3-run game now. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
New pitcher is left-hander Leonard Garcia. He takes over for Lucas Malstedt. And Leonard makes his 13th appearance on the year. The 22-year-old from Venezuela signed as an international free agent back in 2019 by the Angels. And he will be facing off against the leadoff hitter Samuel Zavala. Nobody on base. A 3-run home run by Gerald Perez and a 2-run home run by Wilfred Veras has pulled the Birmingham Barons within 3 at 9-6. A 5-run inning in the first pitch from Garcia. Brushes Zavala back out the plate. I thought it hit him there for a second, but he was able to back out of the way of it. And it's 1-0. One thing about Garcia, man, he doesn't mind coming after you. As the lefty fires at a fastball there, a swing and a miss. 93-mile-an-hour heater. For Garcia, no record. He has a 4.15 earned run average on the year. Mentioned his 13th appearance. His third of this series. Offering a fastball. That one hits the outside corner at 93. And he's ahead now, ball and 2 strikes. Pitched 1 2/3 innings. Did get knocked around. He gave up that 3-run home run. As the left-hander fires, and the pitch is popped up into shallow right. That home run was on Thursday night. As the right fielder's underneath it, that's Tucker Flynn. He'll make the catch, and that's the final out of the bottom of the 7th inning. But it was a big inning for the Barons as they push 5 runs across on 4 hits, the 2 home runs, and leave no one on base as we head to the top of the 8th inning here in Birmingham. Things a little more dicey than they were. It's now 9-6 in favor of Rocket City. This is Trash Pandas Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
In baseball, it's all about the next play, the next win. There's no time for distractions or mistakes, and definitely no time for injuries. Top athletes from around North Alabama don't need to be worried about being sidelined. They have the award-winning team from SportsMed on their side with 4 convenient locations. You don't need to be an elite athlete to take advantage of SportsMed top orthopedic surgeons, physical therapy, and imaging services. SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care. SportsMed, it's where the pros go. Official team physicians of the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Call SportsMed today at 256-881-5151 or on the web at sportsmedalabama.com.
SportsMed, keeping you off the bench and in the game. They're the only name you need to know for complete orthopedic care.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Well, the Trash Pandas lead it by the score of 9-6. New pitcher for the Barons, and to take you home tonight, here's Josh Carey.
Okay, Chris, thank you so much. Here's Chase Watkins, whose first pitch is going to be a strike. That's a slider on the inside corner to Kyron Paris. It'll be Paris, Rowdy Rodriguez, and Campero, the top of the Rocket City order, due up. And again, that lead for Rocket City cut 2-3, 9-6 as Watkins, will fire away, and the fastball high and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. For Watkins, we've seen him before in this series. That was back in Wednesday's game. He went an inning and allowed 2 runs on 2 hits. Both runs were earned. He walked 1 and struck out none. That's when Rocket City came from behind on Wednesday afternoon and won 7-6 as Paris waves at the next pitch, a slider right through the middle. It will go to 1-2. Close the book on Phil Fox. Inning and 2/3 scoreless, 1 hit, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. Meanwhile, Paris 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, both swinging, a rollout to third, a walk, and a run scored. Watkins, the left-hander, out of Watsonville. Watkins from Watsonville. Here's the set and the delivery. Just missed. That should have been strike 3. That wasn't an edge call. That got a lot of the play, but they didn't get the call. As it's been a tough one tonight for home plate umpire Drew Buffelli. Big break for Paris as Watkins goes from the letters in the delivery. Swung, and he sawed him off to the right. Actually, I said he jammed him, but he did fight it off to the right in a nice play. As a fan from, let me take a look over there. Got to get a better look. That's Vestavia Hills making the catch. 2-2 the count. The set again. Watkins kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Threw the fastball by him, and a tough one for KP tonight. That's the 3rd time he has struck out. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Watkins, and that is also the 11th strikeout of the game for Birmingham pitchers. 1 gone in the 8th inning for Rowdy Rodriguez, who's had a good one tonight. He's 3 of 3, a double, 2 singles, and a walk to go along with 3 runs scored. He's also stolen a base, left on right. Tell you what, I'm really watching Watkins for the first time closely this series, as the first pitch is a curveball down and in. 1-0. He's got a lot of movement with that glove and his pitching hand as well as he comes set. He'll go to the letters, and it's like he's rubbing the ball against his jersey the entire time as he kicks and fires. It's a very herky-jerky motion as the next pitch is a slider swung through and miss. 1-1. Now, if there were a runner on base, he'd be balking left and right, but with no one on, he can do whatever he wants. Count 1-1 on Rowdy. Watkins. I said he's from Watsonville. That's Watsonville, California. As the next pitch is hit foul off to the right. And the count is at a ball and 2 strikes. Looking in that Rocket City bullpen, no one is throwing, so we'll have Garcia come back out in the bottom of the 8th inning, or at least that's what we assume. Rodriguez stands back in. Rocket City, they had 6 in the 6th, but Birmingham has come back with 5 in the 7th, and it's a 9-6 Trash Panda lead. Set again, and the 1-2. Swung and drilled into left field. Going back is Burke. He's going to look up, and that one is out of here. Rowdy Rodriguez, have a night, young fella. 4 of 4. He's reached base all 5 times. That's also going to be the 4th run he has scored. Home run number 5, RBI number 25, second dinger of the series. And boy, it's only 1 run, but it's a big run to get back. It's now 10-6.
That was a gorgeous swing by Rowdy. Man, he is feeling it right now with the 3 hits last night, 4 tonight. And they got the somebody brought, I think Bubba Hearn brought the space helmet. He got the space helmet put on him down there.
I know who our player of the game is. 10-6 your score as Rocket City gets 1 back here in the 8th. Here is Gustavo Campero, who moves to the right side, and the first pitch is popped up, foul ground, first base side. Over is Harris, the catcher. It lands 1 row behind the first base dugout, and another nice play made. That fan from Pelham, Alabama.
Sweater vest must have gave it away.
Yep. That and he's got a kind of a hitch when he walks. The Pelham people, they're kind of odd about that. It's no ball, 1 strike count as Campero will dig back in. 1 of 3, a 2-run single, a run scored, line out to first, comebacker to the mound, and a hit by pitch. Watkins kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Got the sinker by him. That one at 86. It'll go to 0-2. And one of the reasons why you can see Watkins with this herky-jerky motion, that fastball, it's not overpowering. Only 86 on that last offering. So sometimes all this extra movement, it helps keeps hitters off balance. As the next pitch is lined out into right center, that's going to get down for a base hit. Over to get 2 at the center fielder, Zavala, and a wide turn at first by Campero, but he'll head back. Solid single to right center, his second hit of the game, and now Rocket City with 12 base knocks for the ball game. You got 1 on with 1 out as Tucker Flint will head to the plate. 1 of 3 with a 2-run homer, a walk, 2 runs scored, also a line out to center, and a roll out to first. Watkins entering play today, 1-0, an ERA of 5. This is his 12th appearance, all in relief. 18 1/3 innings now, 20 hits, 11 runs, all earned. He's given up 4 homers after that one by Rodriguez. 2 hit batsmen, 5 walks, 1 of them intentional. He's also struck out 17, opponents hitting .254 against him. Left on left as Flint will take a strike. That was a slider at 78. It will go to 0-1 on Tucker Flint. So Rocket City pushes the lead back to 4. Now they look for more. Campero, big lead at first. Holding him aboard is DePino at first. Here's the set. And the 0-1. Runner will move. Pitches down and away. Throw to second. Way late. In with a head first dive, Campero. The ball caroms into center field. Campero gets up late, going to try for third. Zavala will just fire it back into second as Campero dives in head first. Now it'll be a stolen base for Campero and then an E2 on Harris for the poor throw. At 1 hop, Shelton tried to knock it down the shortstop, but I think it hit off him and then went into center. So for Campero, his 11th stolen base in 14 opportunities. And then the E2 by Harris. That'll be the first error of the game for either team. So the infield will come in. The count is 1-1 on Flint, and Tucker with a chance to add to the RBI total. Shaded up the middle to shortstop Shelton. Left on left. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Got the four-seam fastball high and tight to Tucker. 1-2 on the left-handed hitter. 10-12-0 for Rocket City. 6-6 and now 1 for Birmingham. Flint open stance. Watkins, and now a time called this time by Flint as he'll step out of the box. Again, Watkins out of Watsonville, California. He bounced around the Cubs organization last season. In fact, we've seen this guy several times before. He was at Knoxville last year. Also pitched at AAA Iowa. Next pitch. Fastball away. It'll even at 2-2. He pitched at Central Florida. I'm sure he and Josh Crouch ran into each other. Won't be surprised if Nadra Victor spent some time around him as well. From the belt, the 2-2. Here it is. Swung and lobbed into deep left. Going back, Burke at the track. He looks up, and that one's off the top of the wall. That'll score a run around first. Flint. He's headed for second. He will motor in with a stand-up RBI double, driving in Campero for Flint, his second hit of the game. Also his third RBI, his 22nd of the season, and it's now 11-6 as Tucker, just like that home run back in the first inning, when Oppo didn't hit it all that hard, but it's a short porch out there, and he got it off the very top of the ball.
Yeah, that's a nice swing by Tucker Flint. How nice is it to answer a 5-run inning with a couple more just to push your lead back out there and stop that momentum?
And just demoralizing if you're the Barons. Left on right, here's Matthew Lugo, who's had a good game. And he takes the first pitch, a fastball for a strike. 0-1. Matthew, 2 of 3, 2 doubles, although one of them should be a triple. He's driven in a run, struck out looking, and walked. So Rocket City gets 2 back, 13 hits now for the ball game. Next offering, swung on, popped up behind everyone. It's going to land in the seats here off to the right. And we'll go to 0-1. Crowd oohs and ahs. I don't really understand why. It's just a regular foul ball, but whatever makes them happy. So 0-1 on the right-handed hitting Lugo. By the way, for Flint in his career, that's his 52nd RBI against the Barons. Actually, his 53rd. Check that. The right-handed hitter waits the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got the sinker by him inside. Coming up empty is Lugo on the pitch at 86. Lugo whiffs at it. Strikeout number 2 by Watkins. And 2 away. Runner still at second. And here's Nick Rodriguez. I'll tell you what, one thing we haven't talked about tonight. Nick Rodriguez is now 1 of 16 for the series, but my goodness, he's hit the ball hard several times. A line out to center, a deep fly out to center, and a ground out to short that was also hit sharply. He's also struck out once. That was swinging. So he's hit the ball hard. He just has nothing to show for it. Left on left and now a wheel towards second, and nothing going on there. 11-6 Trash Pandas as we play the top of the 8th. Flynn away at second, and looking in is Watkins. At the belt, here's the delivery. Fastball, and Rodriguez takes for a strike. 0-1 on the left-handed hitter. Swung around to the right as the second baseman, Perez. A lot of room just to the right of second for Enrod as he's ready to go. Here's the 0-1. And that's a fastball that misses high and tight. 1 ball and 1 strike to Nick Rodriguez. Trash Pandas, 2 in the first, 1 in the 5th, 6 in the 6th, and now 2 here in the 8th. Barons, 1 in the 3rd and 5 in the 7th against a struggling Lucas Malstead. Watkins, he'll go from the belt again. Next pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw a big sweeping curveball that went over the inside corner, and fanning at it was Rodriguez. It goes to a ball and 2 strikes, and a chance here for Watkins to wrap up the inning. Let's see, last year at Iowa, he had no record and an ERA near 7, only pitched 1 inning for the I-Cubs. Next pitch. Down and away as he fired a curveball again. Going to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Spent much of the season at Knoxville where he was 1-1 with a sub-1 ERA. That was across 12 appearances. He struck out 25 and 29 in the 3rd innings. So the count at 2-2. Next offering. Swung, lined into left field. That's going to get down for a hit. Flynn at third. Up with it, Burke. Throw will come into second. An RBI single into left field by Nick Rodriguez, and boy, he's earned that one. That'll drive in his 19th run of the season. Around from second comes Tucker Flint. 3 on the board for the Trash Pandas. It's now 12-6.
And Nick's put some good swings on the baseball tonight. It just hasn't resulted in a base hit. And finally it does there as John Kovalik a little bit of a giddy-up in his step as he jogs out to the mound this time to talk it over with his lefty.
Yeah, he's been out there many a time tonight. While they do that, let's go ahead and give our station a chance to identify itself. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio, WZZN.
Drew Buffelli out there to break things up. And before we begin action again, fans at AFIX, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. Find out more at afix.com. Back to the action as Cole Fontenelle stands in left on right, and the first pitch is a fastball high, 1-0. Fontenelle 1 for 4, a solo homer in the 6th inning, and he's also struck out 3 times, 2 of them swinging. Now, I love doing this at this stage of the game when there's a crooked number of hits on the scoreboard. Next pitch is inside. It will go to 2-0. 14 hits for the Trash Pandas. Does everyone have a hit, you might ask? Well, I'm looking at it right now, and 2 guys are still 0 for. You got Cole waiting on deck. He's 0 for 4, and Kyron Parrish, he's also 0 for 4. Both will get at least one more at bat. Here's the set. The 2-0. Swung on, lob down the left field line. No one will get that ball. It's going to go into the corner and bang off the wall. Headed for third, Rodriguez. He'll get the green light around third. Here's the relay. It will not be made to the plate. Nick Rodriguez slides in head first into second with an RBI double as Cole Fontenelle. He may slowly be starting to come around. I know the 3 Ks, but now another double. And around from first comes Nick Rodriguez. That'll make it 13-6. 4 runs here in the 8th inning for Rocket City.
And another double from the right side of the plate for him. He had that double down the right field line a couple of days ago. And that's really, really good to see. And well, that's some blistered mustard on it, too, there. So, man, that's what a great response here.
Second RBI of the game, 4th of the season for Fontenelle. Left on right. Here's Harold Cole. Then, Harold, this may be your last shot, buddy. First pitch. Fastball high and away, 1-0. 0 for 4 tonight. 2 strikeouts, both swinging. Groundouts to second and third. And by the way, 15 hits now for Rocket City. That ties a season high. I know that much. Here's the set as Watkins kicks and delivers. And that pitch down and in, another slider. 2 balls and no strikes, and there is activity underway in the Birmingham bullpen. I think they really wanted Watkins to go the final 2 here, but he just doesn't have it tonight, and that's really too bad because they like to get through this game and have a full pin ready to go for tomorrow's series finale. 4 in the 8th inning. The set, 2-0. Swing and a miss. He blew the fastball by him, went out of the zone on that one. 2-1 on the right-handed hitter.
This is actually a new season high as far as hits. It was 14.
Oh, well, I thought they had 15 at another time.
No.
My bad. So it's a 2-1 count to Cole. Next pitch. Swung, line, left field, base hit. There you go. Fontenelle at third. They're going to wave him. Perk up with it. Throw to the plate. It's going to be not in time. And sliding in head first is Fontenelle. Going to second on the throw home is Cole. 1, I'm surprised they waved him. 2, I'm surprised he was called safe. I thought they had him, but making the safe call at home was Drew Buffelli. Crowd can't believe it. And I see a couple of folks in the seats. They're asking for a replay challenge. We don't have that in the Southern League, at least not yet. And Harold Cole, he gets the hit, and he's going to get the RBI to boot. 5 runs. Rocket City gets all 5 runs back here in the 8th inning, and it is 14-6.
Here's a replay. Let's see.
By the way, heck of a throw by Burke. No, he got in there.
He got in there, yep.
Good call by Drew Buffelli. Left on right as the first pitch to Errol Vera is going to miss high and tight. It's 1-0. So Rocket City has batted around for the second time this evening.
A good slide by Cole.
He just got in under the tag of Harris head first. Not exactly well advised, but he got in there nonetheless. So here's Vera. He is 2 of 3, and he waves at the next pitch, a slider down and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. He has singled, doubled, walked, scored a run, and last time up he struck out looking. By the way, last time Rocket City had 14 hits in a game was on the 13th. That was on Wednesday against Birmingham. 7-6 the win. Next offering. There's a strike. Threw him another slider over the outside corner. It will go to 1-2. So 16 hits tonight for Rocket City, a new season high. 14 runs as well, and I believe the 14 runs are a season high, if I'm not mistaken. Lead at second by Cole. Watkins trying to end the inning. The 1-2. High and away. He missed with a fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big lead at second again by Cole. Off the line at first is DePino. And now time called this time. Actually, I think we had some music come over the PA, so they stopped play as soon as that happened. The right-handed hitter stands back in. From the belt, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He tipped it into the mid of Harris, down and in, another slider. Vera strikes out for the second time tonight. He struck out the side, did Watkins, give him 3 here in the inning, but amidst all that, he gives up 5 runs, all of them earned on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. There was an error in the inning, and 1 man left on base. Bottom 8 on its way. Rocket City in control as they lead at 14-6. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Minutes still matter in an emergency. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, high fever, and other emergencies often need fast medical care. Crestwood Medical Center is here to take care of you and your family. Learn more at crestwoodmedcenter.com.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Valley Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Valley Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Trash Pandas leading Birmingham 14-6 as things have slowed down a little bit in this one. We were whipping right along, but Rocket City 6 in the 6th, Birmingham 5 in the 7th, Rocket City 5 back in the 8th inning. As the first pitch is swung, fouled straight back by Colby Shelton. It's 1-0. It'll be Shelton, Makarevich, and DePino due up for the Barons here in inning number 8 as Garcia came in, got the final out of the 7th inning to preserve a 3-run lead for Rocket City at the time. Now it's 8. Next offering, fastball swung through and missed. Shelton down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Colby Shelton 0 of 3. A line out to second and 2 strikeouts, one of them swinging. By the way, close the book on Lucas Malstead. 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and a strikeout. From the belt, Garcia fires, and the fastball high and away. 1-2. One thing they will tell you about Leonard Garcia, there's a phrase they use for guys who are very determined and aggressive and, alpha, if you will. Mm-hmm. Here's the 1-2. Down and away, a slider. It's 2-2. He has that dog in him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's got that dog in him. He's a guy who I think could become a stopper one day. Right now he's more of a setup guy, but he's got that right mentality. As the 2-2 swung on and hit foul off to the left. I'm going to say at 2 balls and 2 strikes, Kenyon Yovan certainly has that as well. Mm-hmm. But he has been noted, has Leonard Garcia, for that type of mentality as the count is at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leonard trying to put him away. Off the line at third is Cole. Garcia delivers. Fastball line to left. That'll get down the line and into the corner for extra bases. Around first is Shelton. He's headed for second, and he'll stop there with a leadoff double. See, you say nice things, and then something happens. Anyway, runner at second with no one out as Alek Makarevich will come to the plate. 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, and a rollout to second. Well, still a little bit of drama left in this game. Coming up in the 9th inning, Kyron Paris will lead it off, and he's the only one in the Rocket City lineup without a hit. That's really the drama left in this one. As Makarevich steps to the plate, this is a left-on-right matchup. As leading at second is Shelton. And the first pitch, swung on, popped up, foul ground, first base side. That'll land in the seats. And go to no balls and a strike. By the way, it's a final from Atlanta. Red Sox beat the Braves 3-2. Good ball game there. And again, the Dodgers out to a 1-0 lead on the Angels, bottom 2 from Anaheim. Next offering, swung and hit foul back to the screen. Going to go to no balls and 2 strikes. Makarevich now 3 of 18 for the series. Rocket City 6 outs away from going 8-3 on this road trip with 1 more to go tomorrow. Here's the set. Next offering. Fastball swung, fouled straight back. Going to stay at no balls and 2 strikes. One thing we were kind of keeping an eye on as we got this series off to a start, could Rocket City continue its winning ways? Now they had their winning streak stopped last night as they lost 9-4 as the 0-2 is down and away, a changeup. 1 ball and 2 strikes, but with the win streak at 4 entering last night, we started looking, what was the longest win streak in Rocket City history? As the look in by Garcia. Check of second, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Slider down and in. Over the top went Makarevich. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Garcia. Strikeout number 10 for Rocket City Hurlers. 1 out in the 8th inning. Runner at second. Here's Anthony DePino, who's grounded to third, lined to left, walked, and scored a run. And for Rocket City, that's 8. They did that back in 2022, but there's a little caveat to this. Look back at second, first pitch. There's a strike as he fires a slider. It's 0-1. They played a 6-game series at Tennessee, Knoxville now, but Kodak, the Smokies, and they won the last 3 games there. Then they came home and faced Chattanooga. Fastball is away, a changeup. It will go to 1-1, and they took the first 5 games there before dropping the series finale to the Lookouts. Otherwise, it would have been the first and only 6-game sweep in Trash Pandas history. Look back at second. Here's the 1-1. Pitch swung on, hit foul at home plate. It will go to a ball and 2 strikes off the slider. But here's what the unique caveat to all that. After that loss, Rocket City went on the road to Pearl, Mississippi to play the Mississippi Braves right before the All-Star break, and it was the Trash Pandas who were swept in 6 games.
Remember that?
Yeah, the Braves had Vaughn Grissom, Justin Henry Malloy. Look back at second. Here's the 1-2. Fastball missing high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So they went on an 8-game win streak, almost got their first 6-game sweep, and then turned around and lost 7 in a row, including 6 against Mississippi. And, of course, that team wound up winning both halves. Next offering, that'll miss low. Sinker. Going to go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. The line between success and failure is certainly a week-to-week thing in this sport. Count is 3-2 on DePino. 14-6 Trash Pandas in the bottom of the 8th inning. Garcia checks second, 3-2. Swing and a miss. He fired a slider, and tipping it into the mid of Campero was DePino. That ball was right through the middle, but he couldn't put it in play. Pitch came in at 80. Coming up empty is DePino. Strikeout number 2 for Garcia, and strikeout number 11 for Rocket City pitching. 2 outs, a runner at second base, and here's Andy Weber. He's 1 of 3, a single, a run scored. Line out to first, ground out to second. First pitch, there's a strike. Pumping it in there is Garcia. Another slider, 0-1. He is going slider heavy in this outing. Crowd is thinned out a bit here at Regents Field, given the time of night and the score of the game. Look back to second and the 0-1. That one just missed high and in. Yet again, another slider. It's going to go to a ball and strike. I want to say he's been about 90% slider in this inning. He's about to throw his 24th pitch. Away at second, Shelton. Here's the 1-1. Swung and hit foul at home. No, it's a fair ball in front of home plate, and putting the tag on is Campero. That's going to be a 2 unassisted. He jammed him, and the way it looked at first, I thought he hit it foul at home, but it actually stayed fair. It rolled up the first base line, I would say about 5 feet. Campero jumped out in front, grabbed the ball with his glove, and then slapped the tag on Weber, who tried to make it up the first base line. That'll be a 2 unassisted, and the Barons will waste a leadoff double. No runs, 1 hit. No errors, 1 left. We go to the 9th. Rocket City in front, 14-6. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hess, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
Hey fans, catch the excitement of minor league baseball with the Bally Sports Live app. Watch your favorite team or scout the top prospects. Every game live all season long.
Strike 3, you're out.
Plus, stream the Savannah Bananas and emerging fight sports to keep the action going. Best of all, it's totally free. No credit card required. Download the Bally Sports Live app today on your phone or connected device.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Nick Altermat will become the 5th pitcher of the game for Birmingham as the first pitch to Kyron Paris is waved at and missed. A fastball high and away, 0-1. And Kyron, this is it. He's 0 for 4 tonight, 3 strikeouts, all of them swinging. He's also rolled the third, walked, and scored a run. He's the only Trash Panda without a hit tonight. Rocket City was 16 for the game. Right on right. And the next offering swung and fouled to the screen. That was a changeup, and Kyron chased one well inside. It will go to 0-2. We've seen Altermat a couple of times in this series. He last pitched on Thursday when 2 shutout innings, allowed 2 hits, walked none, and struck out 3. Rocket City won that game 4-3 as the fastball is high and tight. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think he pitched on Tuesday, too. No, he did not. I was wrong. So that was his only other appearance against Rocket City. Altermat from the first base side of the rubber. Here, the 1-2 fastball swung and hit straight back to the screen. Good cut that time by Paris. It remains at a ball and 2 strikes. Altermat, formerly of the Rangers organization, Redwood Falls, Minnesota. Pitched at Minnesota State Mankato. Next offering called strike 3. That was a changeup, and it caught the lower inside corner. And Paris strikes out for the 4th time tonight. That'll be strikeout number 1 for Altermat. And if there's a bright side to Birmingham's pitching tonight, they have struck out 14 for the game.
Well, and for Kyron, he did walk and score in the 6th, so he's been on base. We can say everybody's reached base safely in this game. And has everybody scored a run? I think everybody but Harold Cole scored a run.
Right on right, first offering. And that's a cutter that's going to miss low, 1-0. Let me check that. Actually, you know what? Lugo has not scored. Came close. Got to third base at one point.
But he scored in the 5th.
Fastball swung and sliced foul off to the right. It'll go to a ball and strike.
No,
well,
he did not. He drove in a run.
Yeah. But everyone has participated to some degree.
Yeah.
As it's 1-1 on the right-handed hitting, Rowdy Rodriguez. Let's see if Rowdy can continue what he's doing. I forgot about this. As the next pitch, he went around on the check swing. That was a four-seam fastball high and tight. He couldn't hold up, and it will go to a ball and a strike. Here you go, Rowdy. 4 of 4. He's, by the way, a triple away from the cycle. He's got a home run, 2 singles, a double, a walk. He has scored 4 times, stolen a base, and driven in a run. That home run was a solo blast in the 8th inning. Right against right. Here's the 1-2. Fastball missing low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I'll tell you what, he's got a little bit of room here to left center. If he pulls it out that way, young man, go as fast as you can. And if you get thrown out at third, so be it. Altermat will peer back in. The 2-2. Swung and hit foul at home plate. Going to remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Altermat 0-1, a 4.15 ERA. 11th appearance all in relief, 1 of 1 in saves. 13 in the 3rd innings, 15 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. He's allowed a homer. He's walked 7 and struck out 18. Opponents, though, hitting a healthy 278 against him. The look in by Altermat. And the 2-2. Fastball going to miss away. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the right-handed hitter. So a payoff pitch due to Rowdy, and if nothing else, he could reach base for the 6th time today. 3-2. And he will. Fastball high and away, ball 4. How about that? We need to look this up, but Denzer Guzman had a game. It was the one right before the All-Star break at Chattanooga. I think he had 5 hits. I don't believe he reached base 6 times, but that'll be walk number 1 by Altermat. That's also the 6th walk of the game for Birmingham Hurlers. But I think that's the most times a Trash Panda has reached base in a single game, and that includes the 26-3 rout against Chattanooga in 2021. As the first pitch is a fastball missing high, 1 ball and no strikes. Could be wrong on that. But what a night for Rowdy. So here's Campero, who, by the way, has had a good evening, 2 of 4. Next pitch is swung and belted into straightaway center. Back is Zavala, still going at the track, at the wall. He reaches up and makes the catch for out number 2. Oh, boy, if he pulls the ball, he's got a home run, but he hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark, and gives Zavala some credit for not giving up. He raced back there, got to the warning track, reached up, made the catch, and banged against the outfield wall. A deep fly out to center for Campero, and that'll be out number 2. As back to first goes Rowdy Rodriguez.
Didn't I mention earlier the ball seemed like it was jumping tonight?
It's a good point.
Yeah. Didn't think we'd have a 14-6 game, though.
Here's Tucker Flynn right on left, and Tucker takes a fastball for a strike. 0-1. Well, yeah, entering the 6th inning, it was a 3-1 ball game. We were clipping right along, and then Rocket City got 6. You thought we would cruise from there, but Barons with 5 in the 7th, Rocket City 5 more in the 8th. Next pitch, a fastball. There's a strike. 0-2, so things got a little sideways for each bullpen. As Flint down to his final strike. He has homered, doubled, scored 3 times rather. He's also walked, driven in 3 runs, lined to center, and rolled to first. Good night at the office for the Trash Pandas as Tucker stands back in, shaded up the middle, the shortstop Shelton. At the belt, here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball high. Flint comes up empty. Strikeout number 2 for Altermat. And he keeps Rocket City off the scoreboard. That is also strikeout number 15 for Birmingham pitchers. In the 9th, no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Bottom half upcoming. Rocket City leading at 14-6. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
The Trash Pandas would like to thank their partner, Frame World Art Gallery. Family owned and operated and located in Huntsville now for over 36 years. Frame World is the place for all of your framing needs. Whether it's award framing, custom framing, sports art from Daniel Moore, Doug Hass, and more, or special keepsakes and collectible objects. Frame World can take care of it all. And if you mention this ad, you can save 25% off of any order. Check out Frame World Art Gallery at 2508 Memorial Parkway Southwest, or give them a call at 256-539-8859.
With WOW Internet, there's no surprises. Everything's included. Fiber-powered internet starting at $25 per month. One price. No contracts. No data caps. No hidden fees. Just reliable internet that's there for you. All the time. Every time. 99.9% network reliability. Get WOW Internet today at wowway.com. Restrictions and terms apply. New customers only. Subject to change. Taxes and other charges extra.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Kenyon Yovan on to close it out in what is, needless to say, a non-save situation. Trash Pandas in command 14-6. And for Kenyon, he will face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Perez, Burke, and Harris are all due up. So here is Peral Perez. He is 1 of 3, a 3-run homer in the 7th inning. He's also hit a comebacker to the mound and struck out looking right against right as Yovan will go to work. And the first pitch is a fastball. Little jam shot up the middle and will trickle into center field for a base hit as Perez goes after the high four-seam fastball. So his second hit of the game after going 1 of 13 to start this series. And that is also hit number 8 for the Barons. Lair Garcia inning in the third scoreless, 1 hit, no walks, and 2 strikeouts as he's done for the day. Meanwhile, for the Barons, Chase Watkins, I forgot to mention this, he went 1 inning, allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, all of which were earned, no walks, and 3 punch-outs for him. And assuming the game ends here, first the set, pitch to Burke. There's a strike. It'll be a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. For Altermat, if the game ends here, a scoreless 9th inning, no hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Yovan, making his second appearance of the series, playing behind the runner at first is Vera. Next offering, swing and a miss. Slider inside, it will go to 0-2.
Well, Josh, I found out he has 10 total bases tonight, does Rowdy Rodriguez. That's the most in a single game, surpassing Sam Brown had 9 last year in a game.
Here's the set again. And the 0-2. Swing and a miss. As coming up empty on strike 3, that'll be Jacob Burke, who should have mentioned Burke. He's been unstoppable tonight. 3 of 3. He was a triple from the cycle. Single, double, solo homer, 2 runs scored, but he strikes out swinging. As Yovan proves he is human. Strikeout number 1 for Kenyon, and that'll also be strikeout number 12 for Rocket City pitching. And stepping in will be Calvin Harris, 0 of 3, strikeout swinging, fly out to left, and a rollout to short. And the first pitch is inside. That'll be a four-seam fastball, 1-0. Kenyon, he actually last pitched on Sunday, so I was wrong. This is actually his first appearance of the series. No, you know what? I lied. Next pitch, rolled up the middle, ranging, backhanded by Rodriguez, goes to second out there, and that's all they can get. Great play by Rodriguez, ranging up the middle. That ball 84 off the bat. He fielded it with a backhand and then kind of did a little side toss over to Paris covering short. That'll be a 4-6 fielder's choice to retire Perez. And easily beating the rap at first is Harris. He stands there with 2 away, and Wilfred Veras the last chance. A 2-run homer in the 7th, a fly out to center, and a strikeout looking. Anyway, Yovan, he did pitch in this series. That was on Tuesday. He tossed first the offering. Fastball, slap foul off to the right. 0-1. On Tuesday, he tossed a 1-2-3 9th inning, struck out 2 of the 3 men he faced, picked up his 4th save of the season in a 3-2 win. So the count 0-1 on Veras. Righty on righty matchup. Leading at first is Harris. Next offering. Missing away with a fastball is Yovan. 1-1. Kenyon for the year, 2-1, 2.40 ERA, 13th appearance all in relief, 4 of 6 in saves, 15 2/3 innings, 12 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. He's hit 2 batters while walking 5 and striking out 19. Next pitch is fouled away. It will go to 1-2. Opponents, check that, he's actually struck out 19 now. Opponents are hitting 208 against him. So Kenyon a strike away from wrapping this one up. Veras stands back in. Rocket City about to move to 20-18 on the season and 8-3 on this road trip. Here's the set and the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. A high fastball coming up empty is Veras. That one came in at 95. Whiffing at it, Veras, as he strikes out for the second time. And Jovan comes in, strikes out two of the four men he faces. And in the ninth for the Barons, no runs on one hit, no errors, one left. And for Kenyon Jovan, a scoreless ninth inning, one hit, he walked none, and he struck out two. Rocket City cruises tonight by the final score of 14-6. We'll take a timeout, come back with the Northrop Grumman postgame show right after this. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Your commercial property is more than a building. It's your brand. When customers and employees pull up, what does your landscape say about you? At Afix, we're the Tennessee Valley's premier commercial grounds experts. From routine maintenance to full landscape design build, irrigation, hardscapes, and sodding, we handle it all. But we don't just mow and go. Afix takes the time to understand your goals, your budget, and your brand, then builds a customized plan that maximizes your property's potential. People and culture matter to us. That's why businesses across the Southeast trust Afix as their partner. Call Afix today at 866-563-LAWN. One call, one partner, premier result. Visit afix.com.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Another one is in the books. Now, let's head to postgame. Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN is brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Welcome into the Northrop Grumman postgame show, everyone. Josh Carey with you. Back at Mission Command running the boards is Jeff Scarborough, and the news is good yet again. Rocket City thumps Birmingham tonight by the final score of 14-6, and for the Trash Pandas, they pound out 16 hits. That is the most this season in a single game for Rocket City. They also played 14 runs, and with the win, they moved to 20-18 on the season. They are now 2 back of Chattanooga for first place in the Northern Division with 31 games remaining in the first half, and they also moved to 8-3 on this season-high 12-game road trip with one more contest to go tomorrow afternoon. Again, Rocket City cruises 14-6. Let's take you through what happened in this game, and really it was a tale of two games. It was a bit of a pitcher's duel first half of the contest, and then the bats woke up for both teams over the second half of the game. Rocket City would score 2 in the first inning against Birmingham starter Dylan Cumming. With 1 out, it was Rowdy Rodriguez who would single. That was the first of 4 hits in the ballgame for him. We'll tell you more in just a moment. But Rodriguez would single, and then 2 batters later, Tucker Flint would go opposite field, just barely getting the ball over the left field wall, about 320 feet away. It was only his second home run of the season, RBI 20 and 21, and that gave the Trash Pandas an early 2-0 lead. Birmingham would get a run back against starting pitcher Joel Hurtado in the third inning as Jacob Burke, who suddenly got hot, would rip a solo home run. His was also to left field. Home run number 2, RBI number 11, and that would cut Rocket City's lead in half to 2-1, but frankly, for the Barons, that's as close as they would get. Rocket City would add another run in the 5th inning as a leadoff double by Rodriguez. 3 batters later, he would score on a 2-out RBI double by Matthew Lugo. Scoring from second was Rodriguez, and that gave the Trash Pandas a 3-1 lead. Then from there, things would start to get a little kooky on both ends. The Trash Pandas would bat around and plate 6 in the 6th inning. By this time, Eric Adler had replaced Dylan Cumming. Cumming, by the way, he pitched okay. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs all earned, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts for him. And then Cumming came in and he really struggled. Cole Fontenelle, who's been struggling to get back on track after a terrific start to the 2024 season, maybe he made a turn today. He hit a solo home run to lead off that 6th inning. Home run number 1, RBI number 3. That gave Rocket City a 4-3 lead. 2 batters later, Errol Vera, who had 2 hits for the night, he would rope a single, and then back-to-back walks to Kyron Paris and Rowdy Rodriguez loaded the bases with 1 out when Gustavo Campero came through with a 2-run single. That would play both Vera and Paris. That gave Rocket City 3 runs for the inning. They led it 6-1 at that point, and then after another walk to Tucker Flint, reloaded the bases. A double by Matthew Lugo would clear them. Forgot to mention, Lugo had 4 RBI for the ball game, give him now 21 on the season. That one cleared the bases, and that ended the scoring in that frame. Rocket City was cruising as they were up 9-1. Give the Barons some credit. They came storming back in the 7th. Now, it should be noted, Joel Hurtado, another fantastic game. 6 innings, 2 hits, a run that was earned, no walks, 8 strikeouts. Over his last 2 outings, he's gone 12-plus innings, allowed only those 2 hits, and now 2 runs, both earned. He has now struck out 13 over the last 2 games. He wound up getting the win tonight to move to 3-1 on the year. So he departed after the 6th inning. Lucas Malstead came in for the Trash Pandas in the 7th, and Lucas struggled. With 1 out, he would walk. Anthony DePino allow a single to Andy Weber, and then Haral Perez would rip a 3-run homer over the left field wall for his 3rd home run of the year, RBI 12, 13, and 14. That would make it a 9-4 ball game. After that, Malstead allowed a single to Burke. He would strike out Calvin Harris, and then Wilfred Veras would belt a 2-run homer. This one over the left center field wall, home run number 5, RBI 20 and 21. That would make it a 9-6 ball game. Malstead was lifted from there in favor of Leonard Garcia. He would get Samuel Zavala to fly out to right to end the 7th inning and keep Rocket City's 3-run lead. After that, the Trash Pandas would put their foot down by adding 5 more runs in the 8th inning. They would bat around for the second time in 3 innings against this beleaguered Birmingham bullpen. With 1 out, no one on base, Rowdy Rodriguez with a solo home run. He would finish the night 4 of 4. He would reach base all 6 times he came to the plate. He also drew 2 walks. He scored 4 times. He drove in a run on that solo home run, also stole a base. Just a great night for Rodriguez as he reached base all 6 times at the plate, and he is now 10 of 20 for the series. He would hit that home run to make it a 10-6 ball game. After that, Gustavo Campero, this was all against Chase Watkins, by the way, he would single, steal second, score on an RBI double by Tucker Flint. That would make it an 11-6 contest, and after Matthew Lugo struck out swinging, it was Nick Rodriguez who came through with an RBI single, plating Flint. That would make it a 12-6 ball game at that point. RBI double by Cole Fontenelle would follow to score Nick Rodriguez. That would make it a 13-6 contest, and then the scoring ended when Harold Cole came through with his first hit of the game, an RBI single into left, scoring Fontenelle. Again, 5 runs for the Trash Pandas in the 8th inning, and they took a 14-6 lead. Leonard Garcia would face 4 batters in the 8th inning, get through that inning unscathed, and then in the 9th, Kenyon Yovan came in, struck out 2 of the 4 men he faced, and Rocket City cruises again to a 14-6 win. Here are your totals. Rocket City 14 runs on a season-high 16 hits, no errors. They leave 8 men on base. Birmingham 6 runs on 8 hits. They commit 2 errors and leave 3 men on. Like I said, Hurtado the win. He moves to 3-1, and Dylan Cummings suffers the loss. He drops to 0-2. Again, 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 8 Ks for him. No save. Time of game was 2 hours and 56 minutes, and the attendance is, they claim it's 7,638. I do not believe that, but that's what they have posted. And again, your final score, Rocket City over Birmingham tonight by the final of 14-6. Trash Panda's a winner. We'll take one more break, come back and wrap it up right after this on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. This is Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
At Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, we love baseball almost as much as we love serving up the best and baddest burgers around. People have called our burgers totally insane. And at Bad Daddy's, we take that as a compliment. But it's not just burgers. Up first, starters like our fried pickles, wings, or poblano frites. Second, try one of Bad Daddy's giant chopped salads. Third, our famous chef-inspired burgers with lots of different taste options. And before you head home, finish up with one of our shakes or delicious banana pudding. Bad Daddy's Burger Bar on the Parkway in Huntsville and Clift Farm in Madison.
No one out-innovates Northrop Grumman, from creating the most powerful microchips on Earth to delivering over 1.3 million solid rocket motors at the pace of demand. Our growing workforce of 100,000 strong, spanning across all 50 states, demonstrates our commitment to the communities we serve. By investing nearly $13.5 billion into infrastructure and R&D, we're delivering defense solutions that redefine excellence. We won't just tell you we're developing the future of technology, we'll show you. Visit ngc.com to see for yourself.
This is Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN.
Josh Carey back here to wrap it up on the Northrop Grumman postgame show. Again, Rocket City cruises over Birmingham tonight by the final score of 14-6. The mission at Northrop Grumman is to be at the forefront of technology and innovation, delivering superior capability in tandem with maximized cost efficiencies. The security solutions they provide help secure freedoms for our nation as well as those of our allies. That's going to do it for us tonight. We will wrap up this 12-game road trip tomorrow. It'll be a 1:50 airtime, 2:05 first pitch as Rocket City takes on Birmingham in the final game of this 6-game series. Rocket City, forgot to mention this, they've already clinched the series as they've taken 4 of the first 5. They'll try to add 1 more, and in this road trip with 9 wins, they have a pretty good shot. They're going to send Jose Gonzalez to the bump tomorrow. And by the way, they got the attendance wrong. I'm going to go ahead and give that to you right now. They did list it as 7,638, but the actual attendance was 4,638. So they mixed up the 7 and the 4. I guess we all do that. But again, 4,638. But again, tomorrow, Jose Gonzalez to the bump for Rocket City, 2-1, a 3.96 ERA. He is going to be opposed by Jake Polish, the left-hander, 1-2, a 3.97 ERA. This was a great matchup on Tuesday evening when we started this series. Let's see if we have another good one tomorrow, and hopefully Rocket City can eke out another win and head on home and get ready for a crucial 6-game series beginning on Tuesday against the Chattanooga Lookouts. Again, 1:50 the airtime, 2:05 the first pitch, Rocket City and Birmingham. Please join us on Talk Radio WZZN or ESPN 97.7 The Zone for all of the action. Or come on down. It's a short drive down 65. We'd love to have you. It's supposed to be a beautiful day here in the Magic City. Special thank you back at Mission Command for the birthday boy for all his hard work. That's Jeff Scarborough. Again, happy birthday, Jeff. And, of course, thank you to all of you for listening to Rocket City Trash Pandas Baseball. Again, your final score on this winning night, it's the Trash Pandas beating up on the Barons. Final score is 14-6 for Chris Harris and for Jeff Scarborough and for everyone with the Rocket City Trash Pandas. This is Josh Carey saying so long, everybody. This has been Trash Panda Baseball on the Trash Pandas Broadcast Network and Valley Sports Live.
Thank you for listening to Trash Panda Baseball on Talk Radio WZZN. Trash Panda Baseball has been brought to you by Frame World, Wow, Crestwood Medical Center, Northrop Grumman, Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, and by Fleming Roofing and Restoration. HD 97.7.2, WZZN FM, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. Talk Radio WZZN.